Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic, on the radio, on the worldwide Fanatic app. Good morning, everybody out there listening. Beautiful, steamy August day. Good morning to everybody watching on YouTube. Like and subscribe to 97.5 The Fanatic. You can watch our shows live, watch on demand. All of our segments, like our interview with Mike Ganzi's, up to 15,000 views from yesterday. Good morning to Ray Dunn. And Ray's dragging a little bit this morning. Hi, Ray.
You guys dragging today?
Yep. I finally went out and did a little bit of celebrating, and yeah, that's where I'm at today.
Misread the calculations.
I did.
And we say good morning to Sean Brace. Ray was at the game last night. He closed down Stateside Live.
That's impressive.
They told him to leave.
It's a humbling feeling being told to leave PBR Bar at Stateside Live.
Were you on the bull and they pulled the cord off?
I was in line.
No, you weren't.
Mr.
No, I
Dunn.
wasn't.
Have you ever been on that bull?
Oh, yeah, plenty of times.
Oh, I've never rode the bull.
Yeah, I've never got on the bull.
And I never will.
Great time.
Can we get Millie Petrilli on the bull?
Something tells me he's already been on the bull. Just a wild guess.
Yeah, but the bull may look at him and be like,
God.
oh, we're rolling off. Are you all right, though?
I'm good.
How many drinks last night?
Oh, I don't want even venturing guess.
See, Ray?
7?
More. We might have got double
God,
digits
yeah.
last
Heck
night.
yeah. If you go to a game, 7.
I got rolling
And
before I
11:30.
left for the subway, and then from that point on, it was just...
What were you drinking?
There was a nice mix. Miller Lite, some statesides in
Right.
there, a couple of Blue Moons, back
Okay.
to some statesides. Yeah. it
Any
was good.
shots?
No,
Okay.
we stayed away from that.
No
last night.
liquor?
Those are expensive.
No liquor. Yeah, it's a Wednesday night. You know, I got to be at work tomorrow.
I'm just asking. I'm not judging.
He was
Just
hanging out
asking.
with the Ringer Bros.
Who?
The Ringer Bros.
That's right. Yeah.
Cliff?
Yep.
Hanging out with Cliff? Cool.
Yeah, it was great. Cliff actually took one of the tickets.
And
And Anthony DeBundo.
there you
Great
go.
time. Yeah.
And
Look at you.
Ant's the big soccer insider that I was straight in DMs with. He was trying to steer me in Spain's direction, but I was like, no, I don't want to win money. And I'd rather lose. And he nailed it. He was
You were
right on
killing it with your picks, though, up until then.
early, and then it all went south really fast.
All right. Well, last night's game, I blame Ray since he was there. Last night's game went south. They had an opportunity. They did. Didn't I call it? Were you here for it? But I said Brooks Riley's going to come in with that nice, beautiful ERA, and he's going to get mopped up in his first outing. What does he do? He comes in, gives up a home run.
That guy stinks. Get him out of here.
Yeah, designate. I'm telling you, whenever they trade for Mets guys, they suck.
Stinks!
I hate them. But Phillies lose last night. I blame Alvarado more than anybody.
That's
he
the
sucks.
issue. That's the issue. It's like, wait a minute. What happened to him? Am I out of my mind that he used to be good?
Steroids.
So that was it.
So if you remember, he went down to AAA. They sent him to AAA. What year was that? 2022, Ray? Was that the World Series year?
I think it was, yeah.
They sent him to AAA because he was like this. He was ineffective, no command. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he started taking something or he just figured out the command. Anytime you throwing 100 miles an hour, a lot of guys do it these days. So it can't just be like, oh, but he throws really, really hard. He does, but if you can't throw strikes, that's a problem. He couldn't throw strikes.
Couldn't throw strikes.
Yeah, man. I think even during the broadcast, I don't know if it was Ben or Croc that said, take a little bit off the fastball just to try to throw a freaking strike. For God's sakes, that was your opportunity to win the game.
Yes, it was. And then he gave up the walk. He walked the run in.
Walked the run
Excuse me.
in.
Yeah.
Phillies were able to get that to tie it, but still, they would have won the game. Alvarado's got to get out of that inning, and he didn't. And then the other reliever that they acquired,
Killian.
he got crushed.
Killian.
So not a great game last night. We have some injuries. Andrew Painter. Damn it, Ray. He finally looked good last night. Gave up the early run, but he looked good. He did. Leads with a hamstring strain. Who knows, right? They didn't get a fifth starter. It's like, wow, they didn't need a fifth starter. They have Andrew Painter. Dombrowski's right now. So
glad.
Yeah, who knows if this is going to affect his next start or how many starts he misses. Derek Hill, Aaron Nola into the defense last night. Kept his toothpick in his mouth. Did you see that?
I did. Yeah, he plays with reckless abandon, and that's what you got to appreciate it. But at the same time, dude, yeah, that was nasty. And he fell back and hit his head. I thought it was more concussion related. I guess shoulder was the issue. But
I
man,
thought it was concussion related too. I still think he had a concussion.
Oh.
You hurt your shoulder. He looked like he was dazed.
he hit his head 2 times.
Yeah.
Off the fence and then off the track when he came back.
Yep.
You brought up Ben Davis. How miserable was he last night in that dugout when it started raining and they showed him and he put the hood over his head? I mean, Ben probably wrote somebody a long email after that game going, I need a little raise after that.
No, it felt like me when I had to go eat gas station cheeseburgers when I was working on the last morning show. Same thing. It was a tough loss last night. Bryce Harper, he gets caught stealing in the 10th inning, ending the inning. I know he's trying to get in the scoring position because you have a hit machine up at the plate and a rise. In the inning. If Arise hits a gapper, there's a good chance Harper scores and the game's over. So I didn't really like that. A lot of times Harper tries to do too much because he's trying to do too much. Then he hurt his wrist. He jammed his wrist at second base.
He's going to have 2 oven mitts on now. Because he only had the one oven mitt on. So now he's going to start wearing 2. Watch. I guarantee it.
But, Ray, this is just what we don't need. Nobody has these hand injuries because they'll never admit it, and then they'll just be whispers. Last year, Jason Moore said it to us.
Yep.
Harper's wrists were all banged up last year. He wasn't healthy. Oh,
Yeah, not a rewarding experience
I'm down on the Phillies.
on Wednesday night, that's for sure. Felt good. Arise hits that home run
yeah.
off the foul pole that had some good distance there, and you're
Got
like,
under it.
You're like, all right, look at this guy. He's jacked. The bat flip, that bat still hasn't landed. It's unbelievable.
So I didn't see the bat flip because I didn't see the home run live, and the only replay I saw on Instagram, they didn't show the bat flip.
He's got some juice to him. Like, I did not know that about him. I thought he was very a quiet assassin. I would wonder, I need to do a little bit of digging on that if he was like that in San Diego, if he was like that in San Francisco.
He was.
I missed it.
I'm going to text my guys, Woods and out in San Diego to see what they think.
I just wasn't sure if it was him coming here in Philly and like, all right, I'm feeling it. Like I'm playing on the East Coast in front of the East fans with this team.
I think he's got extra juice, but apparently that's him.
I love it.
It's great. Unfortunately, the bullpen fell apart last night. Phillies lose one more today against the Nats, or tonight against the Nats at 6:05. And you have Christopher Sanchez against that Miles Mikolas, who he hit last night because they didn't have a DH anymore. So he was up there. Phillies are big favorites tonight.
Yeah, they are. And what is going on in baseball? Are we losing our minds? How about that pitcher yesterday?
The Mets pitcher. No, let's save it.
Okay. No. I'm talking about the Phillies. Yeah, we're definitely going to save that. We'll come back to that. No, the Nationals. They had the starting pitcher got 12 Phillies out consecutively. He gets the first out in what? He got pulled in the 5th or the 6th. I think the 6th. And then he gets pulled. And it was 83 pitches. What world are we in when it comes to this game of baseball anymore? Like, I just don't. What made sense about getting him out of there? And they brought up the fact that you had the lefty-heavy lineup, and that's when they went to the lefty in the bullpen. They won the game. You give them all the credit in the world. But as far as when I'm looking at my teams and I have a wager on or cheering for my home team, whatever it is, if that opposing manager makes my life that much easier, thank you. And I thought he did that yesterday. Just an incredible decision. And he did it a few times, pulling these pitchers out that looked like they had the stuff. Again, that guy had 12 straight Phillies retired in a row. They set it on the game, and the next thing you know, the manager's walking out to the mound to pull him. Just crazy stuff these days.
Yeah, no, they don't wait.
83 pitches.
Rather get him a year early than a year too late, or an inning early than an inning too late, and that's the game. Anyway, Phils lose. Yeah. So we'll see. They won 2 of the first 3, so we'll see if we go 3 or 4. And Ray, you staying away from the game tonight, hopefully?
Yeah. I got a busy day today, so I can't get down there tonight.
Okay.
Another night of Quizzo. Haircut.
Oh, look at you.
1912 Club Quizzo, too.
Tux fitting today. You know,
Oh,
a lot going on.
All
A lot going on today.
right. All right. Little tux.
Hey, Ray.
Ray Dunn in a tux. All right.
This will be the wedding thing that gets you annoyed, where it's like, oh, yeah, another wedding.
I do have
Tux fitting's going to be enough.
I do have an interesting question about Andrew Painter that I want to throw your way on the other side.
All right.
Because I got caught up in a little bit of web of conversation yesterday about Andrew Painter and how the Phillies have done him wrong.
Oh, wow.
Like, what?
That's a major league tease you just did right there.
I'm losing my mind these days. All right? I'm like Vic Fangio. I'm down on the Phillies.
You are
and I'm
wearing a
just
Grateful Dead shirt.
Yeah, you know. Oregon Duck, ready to go, baby.
610-632-0975. That's the Davis Honda text line. Leave your name and location, occupation, and the voice memo option on the Davis Honda text line. 610-632-0975. But are the Phillies the biggest threat to the Dodgers? Well, Jason Stark was talking to all these executives in baseball, and he says yes. Also, we talked about Vic Fangio. He gave his latest on the Phillies yesterday. I'm actually
down on the Phillies.
I care more about Vic than Jason Stark on the Phillies at this point in the season.
That is awesome.
Middays and Marks, 97.5.
Offense. We'll see how it does defensively. It'll be interesting. But you see some of these other guys? I mean, Castellanos, Strom, Bader, Walker. Man, Thompson did a hell of a job with managing those guys through to the playoffs last year.
Vic Fangio yesterday. Vic doesn't need, I don't need to hear him talk about he's got the defense down. I don't need any Eagle cuts from Vic Fangio necessarily. Phillies, yes. Think about it. Last week, he said, you were off last week. Do you hear what he said?
Yeah, about Fauci, right? He made the joke.
But they asked, was that the week before about LeBron? I don't even know if you were around.
Oh, no, I didn't hear him talk about LeBron.
He asked about the LeBron signing, the best signing in Philly, and he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And he's like, that's not the best signing. And he's like, you know what the best signing is? And then he called McClain. He goes, "What? Do you have it in there?" And he said, "What do you think, McClain?" And it was Pete Rose. It was Pete Rose.
Is Vic Fangio? So he's a Phillies fan.
He's a Phillies fan. What
From
is he?
Dunmore,
yeah,
right?
It's like 2 hours away.
Yeah, Dunmore.
Like that.
I played them in high school football.
Right.
I mean, I'm a mutt. That's where I'm from. Like you're in the middle of everything there. There's Steelers fans, there's Giants fans, there's Eagles fans, there's and then in baseball it's Yankees, Mets, Phillies.
It's probably like were his parents, was his dad a Philadelphia sports fan, and that's how you become they could have been maybe from the Philly. I don't know.
Interesting.
But he's a Philadelphia sports fan across the board, so they're the teams that he liked. Because you're right, they could be Pirate, they could be.
Oh God, yeah.
Depending on where you are, you could be a Baltimore fan.
It's a melting pot. It really is. And the best part about it is nobody has any connection to any team up there.
No. So here's Vic. I guess this is last week. Here it is.
Obviously, the Sixers had a great sequence there because it wouldn't have happened without Brown getting here. But
Fantastic. I did
Big
not
Rose,
know that, yeah.
you hear me give a Bernie? Huh?
Eh?
I need to get that.
Jeez. That is so good.
Yeah, if he wants to retire, there's a spot for him.
Oh, absolutely. I think he just won an award from the Football Writers of America yesterday, where it's the greatest assistant coach of all time or something like that. I saw Zach Berman hand it to him. I know I butchered what the exact award was, but they handed him an award. Pretty funny. As far as like Philadelphia coaches, has there ever been anybody that's been this outspoken about the other teams that you can remember?
No, not as a fan.
No, right?
You'll get guys that like Nick will talk about the other teams, but he's doing the Nick thing where he just he's supportive and he talks about it. He pays attention. But Vic's coming up there and he's down on the Phillies.
Great.
I'm down on the Phillies.
That is great.
and by the way, and here's the other thing. How about Brace, Vic, and Dunn?
Ooh.
I was
like
going to say,
that.
I'd step out of the way for Vic.
No, you don't have to do that.
That is fantastic.
For Fangio, that guy sounds like he could do sports talk every day for 4 hours.
Something tells me the first thing in the morning he's reading a newspaper. I don't know if he's going online, but he's probably reading the Inquirer.
That's what I have in my image in my head, and I hope that's true because I don't want him with the the bifocals on, scanning the phone on the crapper, that type deal. I want him at the table.
He's right. And can we start? Can I start this movement? I want Topper brought back. He's still under contract. I'm with Vic. We should start a movement. Rob Thompson back. They got the bump by removing Thompson, by bringing in Don Mattingly. It's not because Thompson was doing anything wrong. He's doing the exact same thing he was every other year. Right? Is Don Mattingly really proven to be a sharp baseball mind? I wonder if he's awake half of the time that he's in the dugout. Let's bring Rob back, Ray. Yeah?
We got a really good club.
Right.
Man, I want him back. I've wanted him back the entire time. The day he got fired, I was depressed. I went home, I was sitting there like, a good man lost his job today because a bunch of guys couldn't hit the baseball.
Agreed.
They told you, they were sitting there waiting for something to happen. You got the bump. You know what happened the last time you inserted Rob Thompson mid-season to be the manager? You went to the World Series.
I think they could get a bump now because they're like, God, this Mattingly guy, he's a real grouch.
And he's more tired than Rob is.
Rob was never tired. He just was
low energy.
He's not flipping tables. I don't know. I never thought Rob was asleep. Not the best tactical or strategical manager of all time. Mattingly certainly isn't. That's for sure.
Yeah, you would have to agree with that. I wonder what's happening behind the scenes. I don't think much, and that's just how those guys operate. I was watching a podcast the other day with Gary Sheffield, and he talked about when he joined the Yankees, and he said Joe Torre didn't talk to me for 2 months.
Is that right?
Like, what are we doing? I've said that a bunch already. We're 19 minutes into the game, but that makes no sense to me. That's the old school mentality. That's where Don Mattingly is from. I guarantee he doesn't talk to these guys.
Nope. I remember Pete McCannon, it was about one of the players, and they asked him if he talked to him, and he said, my door's always open if they want to come in and talk to me. And it's like, that's not how you form relationships that mean anything. By saying my door's always open. How about inviting him in and saying, hey, let's chat? That's what Sirianni does. When you hear the players talk about Sirianni, it ain't about football most of the time. He's asking about families, and he's asking about something like that. That's how you get guys that I like playing for him. He cares about me.
Oh, yeah. And, another thing, I was watching with Urban Meyer, and he was going into what he did wrong in the NFL. And what you just said, that strength for Nick Sirianni that's what Urban got wrong. On top of everything else, him sleeping, waitress, all that, getting caught up. Not taking the flights home after losing games. That was classic Urban Meyer. But you're right. Open the door, extend, work with these guys, communicate. That's the key to everything. It's about relationships, partnerships, and communication. And it's got to be easy to be a baseball manager if you don't have to do any of that.
My man. All right. So let's play Stark, and then I see we have D that wants to talk. Because I'm itching to talk some Eagles today. I don't know about you. I'm itching.
I do have this. Okay, so you're going to go to D here?
No. I want to play Stark, but go
Okay,
ahead.
gotcha. No, and then after Stark, I want to hit you with this Painter question.
Okay.
Because I got caught up.
Do it now.
All right, you want to do it now?
Yeah, do it now.
All right. So on my way home, tell me I'm not taking crazy pills here. I see an article written on Just Baseball. It's a fantastic website, so just check it out. This guy by the name of Leo Morgenstern. Leo places blame for Andrew Painter's struggles on the Phillies and their decision to have him start the season on the major league level. He writes this. Let me tell you, you tell me where you're at on this one. I just had it. Sorry, I just looked up.
So,
his name.
by the way, not affiliated with Morgenstern Hair Restoration.
That's correct.
Just saying.
He said, let me be clear. I don't mean to hate on Painter. The blame shouldn't fall on his shoulders. The blame belongs on the Phillies for putting one of their most promising young talents in spectacular position to fail. Painter sprained his UCL and didn't play at all in 23 and 24. When he returned in 25, he pitched to a 5.40 ERA and 22 AAA starts. His fastball was hittable. He struggled to control his breaking stuff. The promise was still there, but he needed to make some adjustments. That's a pitcher who needs time, a pitcher who needs coaching, not a pitcher that a team with World Series aspirations should be counting on every fifth day. And, dude, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I was like, what are we talking about? He earned the opportunity to be a starter. You got to find out what you have. This was a golden opportunity for Andrew Painter. I got backlash on that. People are telling me I'm wrong. Where do you stand on that?
I think it's very easy in hindsight to write that because he failed and he didn't do well. You know what I would have done? The same damn thing the Phillies would have done. Now, I don't know. I'm not a pitching expert. I don't know how he looked in spring training. I don't know exactly. He was not good last year in AAA. Bottom line, he wasn't. And the same things that plagued him in the majors this year was what was happening last year. So if you thought last year was going to repeat itself this year, you obviously wouldn't have done that. But 1 year removed from another year removed from the Tommy John surgery, what's supposed to happen that year with a lot of guys is they get the command back, they maybe get a little bit more velocity, and they get more life on the fastball. This was not the pitcher he was before the surgery at all. He had movement, he had life on the ball because the velocity's there. The problem's not the velocity. The problem is it's straight, and he's not fooling anybody. You throw 98, that doesn't matter. Guys will crush you if you're throwing a flat 98-mile-an-hour fastball. And his secondary pitches aren't good enough. So, in hindsight, did they make the right move? Well, no, he didn't pitch well. But I would have done the exact same thing. Sometimes with prospects, they need to be put at the major league level to say, you know what, boom, you're pitching in the majors now, let's go. And to criticize the Phillies for Painter being the fifth starter, not the third starter, and saying like, hey, we're not going to sign Luzardo because Andrew Painter's our third starter. They were relying on him to be the fifth starter. That was it. Give us 5 innings every 5 days. That's it. No expectations other than that. So no, I do not agree with that. Ray, your thoughts on it? I think it's very easy to say in hindsight because he struggled.
I mean, I don't think it's crazy to say he didn't earn his promotion to the major leagues. He had a 5.40 ERA in AAA. I understand why they did it. You can't pay another $20 million arm. And are you going to go out there and just shop in the middle class for a fifth starter? Probably not. You needed to address a couple of things this offseason. So it made sense to give him the opportunity to be the fifth starter this season. I think in hindsight, I think they made the right call to give him the opportunity to be a fifth starter. They want him to break camp with the team a couple of years ago at this point. So fine, you gave him that opportunity. Where I think he's been, maybe not he's been failed, because I do feel like he's more failed the Phillies in this case, is the fact that we're talking about him as the fifth starter for a team that's trying to compete for a postseason spot and has World Series aspirations. I still don't feel like that's a good idea. I know Dave Dombrowski saw one start before the deadline and saw 2 starts in AAA before that really encouraged him, and we're now supposed to believe that everything's all good.
No, you're
and
not,
well.
because they were trying to get a starting pitcher.
Yeah, they were trying to get a
He's
starting
lying when he tells you, oh, Painter's fine. Well, you wouldn't have been looking for a starting pitcher if that's
Well, then they failed in that.
They did.
Well, hang on.
That's where the Phillies failed here.
Yeah, but and that's different. I think I'm more willing to go down that path of failing Painter with putting him back down to AAA and calling him up at this moment. But this is about starting the season, and I want to pick up what you just said. Because I think he earned it. He earned the opportunity. He was a first-round draft pick. This guy was the number 1 pitching prospect in minor leagues. I get it. He struggled, but you got to find out what you have. How did he not earn the opportunity to get the start of the season?
Because he over 5 ERA in AAA.
He sucked. He did.
If he was a 5th round draft pick, if he was a 6th round draft pick, we're not talking about this.
He's not up. Correct.
That's my point. Is he was a first-round pick, so he earned it.
I don't think he earned it.
No, but Sean, you're right. I mean, like he's right and he's wrong because I don't think he actually earned it on the diamond. He didn't earn it on the mound. He earned it because of the promise that he showed before the surgery.
Thank you.
So they're saying, you know what? We're going to give you a shot. Instead of putting you back in AAA to start the season, let's go. If he looked good in spring training, I don't know if he did or not, honestly, you give him a shot. And, Ray, if him going back down to AAA is going to ruin his career because he loses confidence, he was never going to be a great pitcher anyway. What does it matter? He came back up. He looked pretty good in these last two starts before he left last night with the hamstring injury.
It's totally fine to send him down to AAA. At that point, we all were sitting here when they sent him down. Like, I don't know what else you do with the guy. He's not contributing to winning every fifth day for you. Like, you might as well send him down.
I would have sent him down.
So I'm not upset about that. I'm just saying if we're talking about a team that is right now a race just to make the postseason, I think you're failing yourself every fifth day by having him out there.
So one thing they could have done is they could have started him in AAA. I know they made some mechanical things with him because last year the stuff was flat. So instead of they were trying to take velocity and add movement. So they were changing his delivery to where he was throwing the ball. It wasn't as over the top. I think it was a little bit awful. And so he's doing that for the first time. And you know what happens when you're pitching the major league batters and it's not something you're comfortable with and you're not having success? You go back to what you did your entire career. So hey, listen, in hindsight, maybe they should have put him in AAA. I'm not going to kill the Phillies for it at all.
It falls into the category of you have to find out what you have. Like this kid had some serious promise, and I get it. Was he beat up a little bit last year, AAA? Sure. But, are we talking about a whole different pitcher if he did start the season in AAA?
No. He might have had a 5 ERA in AAA.
That too.
I'm not telling you that he shouldn't have broke camp with the team and started as your fifth starter. I'm just saying that I take issue with you saying he earned it. Because if he's anyone else and he pitched the way he did last year, he's
fair.
not up.
That's fair. I just think I get caught up into the promise and the projection and what this kid was drafted to be, and here it is. This is the moment. You're going to be a fifth starter where the bar was relatively low. You had John Marks saying, the only thing I want to see is him stay up here for the rest of the season, and he couldn't even
do that. But, I before the hamstring injury last night, I didn't even want to bring him back up. I would have just left him down the minors for the rest of the season. He looked pretty good. I don't know. I was encouraged with the way he looked. He doesn't look like he's a future Cy Young, but it's a good start that he came back up. Like just the fact he was able to do pretty well in the minors and not sulk or be even worse. How many times have we seen the pitching prospect that looked great failed and then he gets sent to the minors and totally blows up and sucks? He didn't do that.
No, which is good. It's just a lot to put on every fifth day. We're sitting here watching him.
Give me Jason Stark on the Dodgers, and then we'll talk to D. Jason Stark on with the guys yesterday afternoon. A lot of people down on the Phillies, including Vic Fangio. Not so much me, but this is what baseball executives are saying. Here's Jason.
And talked to a bunch of executives around the league. This was really interesting to me because one of the questions I asked was, who's the biggest threat to the Dodgers now? And the team that got the most votes was the Phillies. I doubt you've had a single caller to your station since Monday afternoon who shares that sentiment. But it was really interesting to hear guys from other teams talk about Dave. The Phillies, the 1, 2, 3 starters, they're the only team that could really match up with the Dodgers. The Phillies have a better closer than the Dodgers have. The team on the field is obviously really flawed, but 78 Phillies starters have started an All-Star game. The only one who hasn't is Bryson Stott, who is a good player. So the Phillies are a really flawed, imperfect team. I don't think anybody disputes that. But can they match up with the Dodgers if everything's going right?
Yeah, nothing Jason said there do I disagree with, and I don't even think it's a surprise. If they didn't make a trade for a rise, I think the executives are still saying the same thing. Right? It's like the Joel Embiid thing. Well, if Embiid can get healthy, they're dangerous in the playoffs. No one's going to want to play the Sixers in the playoffs until they play the Sixers in the playoffs and Embiid can't stay healthy and they're not good enough. They beat the Celtics, but you know what I mean. It's the same thing with the Phillies. 60% of their starting rotation are above average to Cy Young caliber pitchers. Luzardo's an above-average pitcher. Sanchez and Wheeler are one of the best starters in the league, the best 1-2. So, yeah, of course, you can beat anybody like that. But if you can't hit, that's the threat to the Dodgers because everybody's going to say the Dodgers are the team to beat. We know that. Who can beat the Dodgers? The team with the best starting pitching. That's easily the Phillies.
Yeah.
Fine line.
So that's a nothing burger to me. And that's not even saying anything to Jason. It is interesting that guys are still saying it. I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, no, I get it, but I think we're also sleeping on the Cubs, too. Just a team that just swept them. I know that's real easy to point that out. And the Dodgers have now lost 6 straight. I think they're 13-16 now. And this is a team that's 7 out of or 8 out of their last 10 they've lost. This is a team that's leaking oil right now. But will they be able to find their stride come September? That's the question, right?
6 straight, 2-8. Yeah, this is the perfect August slump that they go in, Ray.
Correct.
And then September, they start doing better. And then last year they did the same thing. It looked like they weren't going to win last year.
It's absolutely great for the video yearbook. We went through adversity around the trade deadline, came out of it, and figured out how to win a World Series. But, I mean, like, to the point that you made there, I'm not surprised they said it. Like,
Misread the calculations.
our guy D-Row yesterday on MLB Network was like, well, the Brewers, the Braves, who's their second starter in the playoffs?
Right.
Everyone else is trying to slot 2, 3 in a postseason series. The Phillies have that, so everyone points to them. It's like, oh, yeah, they can neutralize the Dodgers.
Well, and that's why not having the Miz and Scuba 1-2 is it's crushing. I don't know how you let. Like, seriously, if Boris is like he doesn't want to come to the Brewers, I'd be like, all right, well, he can sit. I'm trading for him anyway.
And the American League sucks, too. So, I
They
mean,
sure
I feel
do.
like this is like, all right, if you don't trust the other team's starters, let's go with the Phillies.
I think maybe
Says more about the league than it does the Phillies.
Brewers might have had PTSD. Remember they got CC? That didn't work out for them. And that,
You're right. Phillies beat him.
yeah.
Who would hit the grand slam off Scoobel on this team?
Oh, it's easy. Derek Hill.
Derek Hill,
Does feel like
the
Derek
right-handed
Hill.
bat. You're right. You're right.
Well, I would just say the Cubs, they made a lot of moves. They got 2 starting pitchers. Pete Crow Armstrong right now is
They're hot.
is swinging a really hot bat. He's actually front runner for MVP right now. Him and Ohtani went yard yesterday. Incredible game. But there's a lot to like about the Cubs.
Yep. Phillies run differential -2, Cubs +99.
Yow!
So
Damn.
So we'll check in on the Davis Honda text line with the voice memos of 610-632-0975. Let's pivot to D in Germantown. D wants to get into a little Club Hertz talk. What's up, D?
What's up, man?
What up?
Yeah, I see it's a little chill day. Only the real listeners listening right now. But just real quick on Hurts and the whole what I'm looking forward to is him getting back to a more balanced run pass. Now, I know we're going to be running a lot, but as far as what they're going to do with him, I mean, the guys run. I think his first year, well, I think he only played 4 games. And last year, I think that's the only time he's rushed for under 10 touchdowns. I don't think he's been, same thing with rushing yards. I think last year in his first year, I think he only played first start or whatever, 4 starts.
Yeah.
He's been over 600 yards rushing every year since that first time. So he's always run. I just think people don't really look into him being a young guy. He couldn't really read defenses well, so he would take off faster. So we watching him progress and change, and I think the team has just evolved with him. That's all that's happened. He had a young quarterback who made the first read, and that was it. He took off.
Yep.
As he matured, I noticed he would see the second read, then he take off. Now, I think he sees the read, he sees the second read, and he'll check down. And Hurts always, for me, he always been a guy wanting to protect the ball. He doesn't like to fumble. He doesn't want to fumble.
No, you're right.
He doesn't want to throw interceptions. Because this is my guy. When he first got him, everybody was talking trash. I was calling up, defending him. Oh, we don't really like Hurts. I don't know if we like him. I was like, what are you guys talking about?
They still do
But-
that. Even after the
Yeah, they
Super
still
Bowls.
do that, and I don't get it. Right, the guy. So what was it? 2023 or 2, whatever. He ran over 700 yards. Then the next year was like almost 800 yards.
Yeah.
But that was the MVP. But these
So-
were the MVP.
I'll be
Go ahead.
I'll be curious because I know Tim McManus had said that there is talk about more design runs in this Mannion offense. I honestly don't know how I feel about that. Although Jalen does a very good job of protecting himself. He's not out there like Michael Vick where he's taking hits. But sometimes that doesn't matter. And D, you're a good caller, man. Appreciate it. Sometimes that doesn't matter. If you remember when Carson Wentz got injured in that playoff game, that was just because he got cheap shot.
Yeah.
He wasn't being careless with Clowney hit him, get him in the head.
Yeah.
But the evolution of Jalen Hurts, this is a part of the evolution of Jalen Hurts. he's right. He was a one read quarterback before, and then he took that step. And then last year it seemed like he regressed with the offense. And you know what? When you get a crappy offensive coordinator and bad coaching, that can happen. Now he does need to make that next step as a passer. The one thing I don't want, and this is a little bit different on third down and when you're struggling on offense, I don't want the first guy's not open, I'm going to run. And it's less about running with Hurts last year. You know what he would do? He just gets uncomfortable. So if the first guy isn't open, he starts looking at the rush and he gets happy feet. And then he's rolling to the right, and then he's throwing the ball out of bounds. Man, be in the pocket, understand your protection, step up in the pocket a little bit, be confident in making your throws. That's really what it's about with Jalen.
Yeah, we're the chains, but at the same time, make those throws rolling to his right. And I get it. You can go ahead and focus on that if you're the defense, but pick your poison. And that's where you're going to need other guys to step up. But from the standpoint of what we're seeing so far with the play action and the videos that we're catching out of the Jeff, it almost like I was like thinking to myself, I hope he picks up the phone, hits up his boy Peyton. Peyton ran the play action better than most. Right?
Oh, man.
You know, that ball would go through, or go down, you wouldn't know where it was, and the next thing you know, he's throwing it over the head. And I just think this is something different for Jalen Hurts, and I think he's up for the challenge. But, again, it comes back to what he said, running the football. And if you're going to go ahead and bear down, Saquon's going to get the rock. You going to think that's going to happen from the defensive side of the ball? Jalen's going to make those throws over the top.
All right, more on the running coming up because we're a week in the camp, and who's standing out right now? Is there another wide receiver that might be the starter? Also, who's QB number 2? We'll dive into a bunch of that coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97. And I like to read all the different reporters. We got a lot of great reporters out there that, like from the Kempski, like Jimmy Kempski, I was reading his camp observations. Zach Berman's great. Elliott has all of his stats and everything he puts out there. McClain, really good at Eagles coverage. And in particular, he did the up. Do you do the stock watch? Have you ever done that on when you did Philly Influencer?
Yeah, I love the stock watch.
It's an easy post to put up.
Yeah. Give me, we got the green line going up, red line going down, stock watch.
So he had some ups and downs. Dontavian Wicks. So did you just assume that being that Lemon was the first-round draft pick and the skills that he had and everybody raved about him, that he was probably going to be wide receiver number 2?
Somebody said Wicks like 2 weeks ago. And it was an article that was written, and it wasn't local. It was national. I was like, Wicks? They're talking about Wicks having some production? What did I miss on that?
Aren't they paying him $10 million?
There's going to be a lot of expectation with him.
They gave up a mid-round draft pick for him, and then they gave him the extension where he's under contract. So, but I was still mildly surprised. You know what I mean? Like, you see the first-round draft pick and you hear everybody raving about him. It's like, all right, well, he's going to step right in. Well, not so fast, my friend. So I'm going to read from Jimmy Kempski here, Philly Voice, and he does the stock watch, stock up, stop down, and he says Jalen Kunst and Jalen Carter, and he says Dontavian Wicks. Devontae Smith's very obviously the Eagles' best receiver, but Wicks has separated from the rest of the pack early on as the number 2 guy. To be determined if he can stay above the pack, he runs good routes, blocks his ass off. So far, his hands that was issue for him in Green Bay have been reliable. Eagles have to be very happy with what they've seen so far from him. If you're drafting a rookie and you're depending on the rookie to be a starter, it can work out for you. It also can be troublesome because if he's not ready or he goes through injuries, and I know Lemon's had a couple of hamstring strains here, but the fact that Wicks, who really also, he kind of flies under the radar because you used the first-round draft pick on the wide receiver, so now not everybody's coming in with these heavy expectations on Wicks because you have skill guys. You have Devontae. And you know what? Thank God they have him because it sure seems like, and he knows Mannion's offense. Mm-hmm. He was with him a couple of years up there in Green Bay. So far, so good for Wicks, which is interesting.
Yeah, it is. And, these are the things that we'll find out more and more. But that is some good intel, especially in the fantasy world. But when it comes back to rookies and Mekhi Lemon, the expectation there, and I know he's dealing with a little bit of an injury at this point in time, just slowly getting acclimated too. You just go back and look at the rookies that have had a huge effect, especially even looking last year with Ibuka in Tampa Bay. You look at Tet in Carolina, but you can go the year before and the year before. It just feels like these rookies are having an immediate impact more and more season after season. So that's why I kind of looked at Lemon being that guy. But it won't shock me that if he's not. It won't shock me if that Lemon isn't registering too much as far as production is concerned early in the season. It's going to be Goddard. You're going to get Devontae going. There's going to be a steady run with Saquon. So there's only so much production that will go around. But who will fill in that void, that second, that third part wide receiver? It's interesting stuff that it could be him.
Ray, what should the expectations for Lemon be? At this point,
get on the field, man.
At this point, because then he has to stock down talking about Lemon. How did I just?
The expectation should be that he stays at the major league level for the full season. You don't send him to Lehigh. Sorry.
You would hope not.
That was Painter.
You would hope not.
Yeah, that was Painter.
So here's Jimmy Kempski and Mekhi Lemon. I hate to put rookies on this part of the list after just 5 practices, but leaving Lemon off would be a pretty glaring omission. Lemon missed half of spring practices with a hamstring injury, and he's on the shelf 4 practices in the camp with another hamstring injury. Before he suffered his second hamstring injury, he was quiet during the first 3 practices. He's entered camp as the favorite to be the second most targeted receiver, but he's not that anymore. And you know what? You have a little bit of depth, so it's not that big of a deal at the beginning of the season. You still have Goddard. You're still going to lean heavy on the run game.
Correct.
It's not a typical offense. And when you look at the McVay offense, yeah, if you have great wide receivers, you can throw the ball to them for 200 catches a year, like when they had Adams and they had Puka Nacua. But they like to use the tight end. Dallas Goedert's a guy that a lot of people feel like has been underutilized in recent years. So You have a little bit of depth here, Sean Brace.
Yeah, Fowler was at camp yesterday, our guy, Jeremy Fowler, and he was saying it yesterday on SportsCenter, and I'm looking at an article right now that the reports around the Philadelphia Eagles, they are, quote, really excited about Dontavian Wicks. And everything you pointed out, it's the reality of where we're at. The familiarity with this system is, I would say, number one on the list. Somebody that could step into the mix, help out the young guys, point you in the right spot, make sure you're there, helping out Jalen Hurts, of course. That's a huge deal. But I'd be curious to see if that's something that we can count on week in, week out. I never thought too highly of him in Green Bay, but it was very weird up there, too, because they had so many wide receivers, and then they were dealing with injuries.
They have like 5 number 2 wide receivers.
I'm a Christian Watson guy. I get caught up in these receivers. Tank Dell with Texans, and he got hurt, but he just bounced back. He was on the field yesterday. Great to see him. And Christian Watson in Green Bay. So I wasn't really too big of a Wicks guy, but the ask is there. They were disappointed with the production he was putting up there in Green Bay.
Yeah, right. Ray Fowler was there yesterday. We should have had him on.
I think we might have scared him. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if there's.
How did you text him?
Yeah, I texted him.
Well, the last time he was on, Sean was yelling at him.
Correct. So I think in the divorce of this show, you are going to get custody of Fowler simply because I think he wants custody.
Did he ghost you?
He has gotten back to me every single time I've texted him.
Except this time.
Except
the time after Sean yelled at him because of his quarterback list.
So.
No, all right.
Fowler, if you're out there.
I need a 20. He's boots on the ground. He's doing live hits. All right, text him today. Can you?
I don't know. Now it's kind of desperate. I'm double texting Jeremy Fowler.
So here's what
tell me the number on the air right now. I'll text him.
So Ray said to me Fowler was going to be at camp.
Yes.
And my first reaction was, I don't think he's going to get back to us.
Who told you that he was at camp?
Sean did tell me he was at camp.
Monday, I saw that he was going to be at the Eagles
really?
game. So I said, text Fowler. Let's see if we can get him on. Interesting. I scared Jeremy Fowler. He's a big boy.
Maybe he just needs a little bit of a break from you.
It's list season. Somebody's bound to get mad at you over the list that you put out.
I'm not so sure.
You're putting guys that have never.
It wasn't his list.
BS.
You can't. Why can't you get that through your dome?
It's got to be his list. If his name's on it, it's his list. There's so many rules in the list game.
That's like that, right? You know what that's like? That's like yelling at the voting machine for the results of an election.
You do plenty of that, too.
Literally, you're yelling at the voting machine. You SOB.
Oh man.
Yeah. So you can have Jeremy on the mornings program.
Well, I hope Sean didn't ruin it for the whole station.
Oh God.
Well, he came on the next day with mornings, so
but he already booked that.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Gansey yesterday, I'm talking about skydiving. He's like, it's AI. Like what? People are texting me about that. What'd you do? You ratted on Jalen Brown?
Yep.
I'm like, he knows he's skydived. He watches the streams.
Nope.
He's got kids.
He's got kids.
All right. We'll see who else Sean can scare off from the show before it's Ray. You got your hands full with this guy right here. Coming up, the season of lists that disrespected both the head coach and quarterback. How about that? We've got Hurts talking about the new audio, and Saquon Barkley talking about Nick Sirianni. How about that? More Eagles conversation coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies falling extras. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies dropped one last night to the Nationals, 10-4 in 11 innings. Yeah, it was a tie game after 10 innings, and then a disastrous top the 11th. Sent the Phillies down their first loss to the Nationals in this 4-game set. There is the 4th game tonight down at CBP. Last night's game featured Luis Arraez home run. Painter leaving early, though, due to hamstring tightness. Phil's try to take 3 of 4 with the game tonight down there in South Philly. Jaylen Brown's intro presser is today at 2 o'clock. We will hear for the first time officially from Jaylen Brown. Of course, we've heard from him on his Twitch stream a couple of times already, but he will be introduced to the media for the first time as a 76er coming up at 2 o'clock today. We spoke to Mike Gansey, the president of basketball operations for the 76ers yesterday. You can catch that entire conversation on our YouTube channel, website, or the Fanatic app. Eagles going through a closed walkthrough today. We are a week into camp. Yesterday, once again, no Devontae Smith and Mekhi Lemon due to hamstring strains. Also, no Lane Johnson, and Lane Dickerson had the day off yesterday. This update is brought to you by the New Jersey Department of Health. Public health works behind the scenes, building a healthier future for everyone. One mission working for you. Learn more at nj.gov/health. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
we're back middays with Marks, Sean Brace, Ray Dunn. And the Brace and Dunn show makes a debut. How many days away, Ray?
Today's the 6th, so 11 days.
Hey, Ray.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you think I had like a countdown clock going or something?
Yeah. He tried to steal the chair yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
He tried to steal the hosting job yesterday. The new lineup starts on August 17th with Marks and Salciunas, if you haven't heard, moving the mornings to work with Andrew, and then Brace and Dunn, and Vic Fangio, if he wants the job. They've offered him the job.
Yeah, we're trying to match his Eagles salary.
That's middays, afternoons, does not get affected at all, other than a new producer will be hired at some point for mornings. Connor's moving the middays with you guys. So I put out a video yesterday morning soliciting people that are interested in being the new morning show producer. Now, I want to say this to all of our internal people. We have a lot of talented people here that are very much going to be in the mix to get the job. But we wanted to put this out there and cast a wide net to see who's out there, who could take the job, who wants the job. And you know what? Maybe there's people out there, they may not get that job, but that doesn't mean there aren't other possibilities here at the radio station. And here's what I'll say about the wide net that was cast. I got a lot of emails and a lot of messages, a lot of DMs.
That's what's up.
So I appreciate it. And I got a lot of overqualified people that reached out. People that, I'm like, wow, you are really qualified for this job.
Yeah, that's the state of what we're doing right now. Of course, the industry, and it's just all right, anyway. And it's a fantastic opportunity. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. It's an early, and you're going to work your ass off, but it's a great opportunity to come in, work with you in the mornings, and be a part of a show on this station, especially right now.
No, it's a great opportunity. So I appreciate everybody that reached out. I think I've returned messages to everybody.
You're an animal.
Which was a lot.
That's the issue with that stuff. It's man, now I got to respond to everybody.
Well, I said to you yesterday, what have I done? But and the other thing, Ray, you can't just do I'm going to create this canned response and then reply, because you get whacked for spam. They'll think that someone took over your account if you're sending 50 people the same thing.
Gotcha.
So
We've received your email about your interest in
right.
Did you deny anyone yesterday? Did you say, hey, man, thanks, but...
Well, in my head, I may have denied some people. No, because the freaking post isn't even up on the website. No,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I was told it was going to be posted by Wednesday, and then it's it'll be posted next week. And I'm like, oh, okay, great.
Nice.
Anyway, so I replied back and said it'll be posted next week. Here's what I said to people that I know more or less don't have a chance, which is, hey, I encourage you to apply on the website. I appreciate you reaching out. Reach back out to me if you need anything. Right? And then there was other people that I said maybe something a little bit different. So ultimately, Andrew and I and Scott's the boss. He's going to make the decision. But ultimately, we'll kind of put our heads together and we'll see who the next star is. Scott said he would like to get this done sooner than later.
Good.
I don't mean I don't know. We don't want to play this out a little bit and have a little reality show.
That's where I stand. I like that. Absolutely. I like that.
Honestly, if I didn't put that video out, I feel like that the reach of people knowing that I'm moving the mornings was increased greatly just with that video.
Yeah.
Crossing Broad wrote about it. Some of the industry sites wrote about it. So
I'd like to get involved with that some way, somehow, Ray.
We should make a video.
You want to do to what? To hey, we're trying to find a producer for their show?
No, we're
Well, I'm interested
we're trying
in
to find something. I don't know what we're looking for.
I'm interested in doing updates on your show. I don't want to do mornings anymore. I want to do updates on
We're
your
gonna have
show.
a really crowded show. Vic Fangio, you're doing updates.
Can I work part-time? Can I leave my full-time job?
I do want to say this, though, for the people that are out there, and maybe, if you don't get the gig, get involved. If this is something you want to do, get involved.
So here's a couple people that don't have the radio resume to get the job. But there was one guy in particular that's a listener, and he started a podcast. And so I just Googled him, and then I looked at his podcast. If you're able to get, I forget how many Instagram followers and then subscribers on YouTube, it was a lot. Just from starting out with a podcast, man, you've worked your behind off to grow that following. That's impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Then just having hey, I was at this radio station and I was a board op and I was a producer. Okay, that's good that you have radio experience. A monkey can press buttons, and I'm not saying that.
No,
but you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. I get
it. So I did have a lot of people that were outside the radio industry that caught my eye and some of those people I reached out to and said, "Hey, listen, let's talk. Let's set up a phone call." So I'm excited because even if the people that aren't going to be the morning show producer, because it's a full-time job and this is such a great opportunity, there may be other opportunities at the station. I don't know that. I haven't been told that.
Correct.
But if you're deserving of it, we'll make room for you.
We're entering, honestly, this is one of the craziest parts of the calendar that I have ever been a part of since I moved to the city in 04. I can't remember the buzz that the Sixers have had like this. Of course, the Eagles are perennial Super Bowl contenders. The Phillies are in a good spot. Sometimes we don't believe it. Vic's still down on them. I understand
I'm down
it.
on
But
the Phillies.
regardless, and in the Flyers.
Flyers, yep.
It's like we got so much going on right now. So there will be plenty of opportunity for a lot of people out there.
All right. Well, there you go. Sean, a couple things here before we get back into the Eagles. What do you got?
All right, let's go down this list. First of all, I did stumble into Donnie Baseball, where we were talking about earlier how easy it is to be a Major League Baseball manager. Last night, Don Mattingly said, as far as the team turning the page after losing that tough game, quote, "They'll be fine. We had chances, didn't get hits when we needed them. The guys are really good at turning the page. We just have to be ready to play for Thursday."
Now, is he available for motivational speaking sessions for your company, your business?
Unbelievable.
Because he just goes up there and grunts.
The other thing I would say to you is yesterday that caught my attention off of Mike Gansey that joined us, where he said, "Hey, Joel Embiid looks pretty darn good from everything I've talked to him and seen and all that." And he goes, "There's a bunch of guys in the gym working out right here, right now." Well, he didn't tell us that Joel Embiid was in the gym yesterday working out right there, right now. And wow.
He looks lean and mean.
Dude, put him on the cover of Men's Health right now.
Just telling you, give the guy a little motivation, add some leadership, and add a real organization. And I've always said this about Joel. He's not a leader. He needs to be led. And sometimes that can be done by coaches. Sometimes that can be done by organizations. Now it's going to be done in its entirety by LeBron and by the organization. He doesn't want to be a guy that is eating Chick-fil-A and drinking milkshakes and whatever, right? You can fall into that trap when you're allowed to fall in that trap. People need motivation. Not everybody's a self-starter that's able to just do it on their own. Some people need a kick in the ass.
I like that.
This is the best opportunity Joel's going to have to win, obviously. And he's had some good teams and some good opportunities. Is this it? I mean, you think about it. Joel's 30 years old now. Right? Like, he's probably not going to get a better opportunity to win a championship and to be a part of something special. These guys have a chance to be a part of something special. You win a championship in Philadelphia, you're remembered forever. It changes your legacy. It changes everything.
Damn right.
And he's got a chance to do that. So, you know what? He better show up in shape, and I'm so happy to see that he did.
Yeah, and it caught the Kings' attention. LeBron James posted on Instagram, "Trust the process," rolling it back out there with Joel Embiid looking really good. Again, slimmed up, toned up, got some muscles ripping. Yeah, JoJo looks like he's ready for business right now.
Right, Jaylen Brown press conference coming up at 2 o'clock today. We'll carry it right here on the Fanatic. Excited to see Jaylen, hear him talk.
I want to know what we find out. It feels like I found out everything I need to know for the intro presser through his Twitch stream.
Well, Sean's going down to badger him about the skydiving.
No.
It says right here in page 17 of your contract,
What are you
you
doing?
can't be skydiving.
Well, I think this is an important part for, we talked about the Eagles media. What did the Sixers media have for us today? Like you just said, Ray, we know a lot. Like, this guy's an open book. He's said a lot. He's had multiple streams so far. This is on the Sixers media to go in there and find something new. Give us something new. Like, he's fired up. He feels disrespected. I get it. You got to ask those questions, but give me something new today. I want something new.
All right. Can we get the Joel Embiid relationship question?
I like that.
Last time we saw the two of you on the same floor, you were drawing back and forth. It was a contentious Game 7. Some conjecture's been out there about the fact you didn't mention him on the first Twitch stream. Where are you guys at?
I don't know if you get it that deep, but he'll get a question about Embiid, as he should. Now,
Yeah.
he said that they've spoken.
He said Embiid's name on the Twitch stream.
He said it.
About skydiving.
The first time he didn't, so I don't think that they had actually spoken. But Joel's now, he tweeted. Joel's tweeting out.
Yeah, I feel like the tide's turned. Can we also acknowledge that?
It has.
Like, yesterday, Gansey said he was the most talented big man, or arguably the most talented big man that's ever touched a basketball.
He did.
Like,
right here.
We didn't hear that at the beginning of this process. We heard about Embiid needing to get himself healthy.
No, he said that he's ours right now.
Yeah. So we've kind of seen the tide turn. Jalen Brown's mentioned his name. Gansey seems excited about him. You know,
Man, listen, Gansey's playing chess and checkers. I got no worries about what he's doing.
He's
now.
a sniper.
no
Man.
more president of basketball operations that are interested in chess.
Yeah, and by the way, Dylan
Chess.
McKinnon pointed out that he had better volume on the hair. And we were doing the interview live, so I didn't want to do too much hair talk with him. But the hair, he had good hair the first time. He had better volume. So I wonder if knowing there was hair talk that was going on, if maybe he put a little extra product in there, or maybe he went a little blow drying a little bit.
Well, I know he sat down with Kevin Nagandi for an ESPN hit that will be airing, I think, tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Nagandi was at Angelo's, stuffing his face with Gansey, eating some cheesesteaks. I've never had Angelo's.
What?
No?
No. I've never had Angelo's. I've only had their bread.
Is Angelo down there? Angelo, can you bring cheesesteak?
It's Danny.
Pizza?
Danny's the man. He's over there in Conchi. I could throw a baseball off the place. But they don't sell the food out of Conchi. Now, they opened up a new spot.
Jersey?
No, they got one in Delaware, and there's another one as well that at Wolf Street or something like that. Anyways, and I was told that you literally can go in there, no line, and get everything you want.
Well, take a Waymo down there and get some food. You and Ray can go.
No. Now I'm out.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought up Waymo. We'll talk about that coming up later. All right. Let's go to Chris and Gutmore, something on the Phils, and we'll talk more Eagles. Chris, what do you got?
Yo, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. What's up, Chris?
All right. Question for you.
Yep.
Do you think Dombrowski should have had some bigger cojones and maybe tried to go get Terang from the Brewers in a trade, or go after him during free agency?
I mean, they're not going to – I don't think they're going to trade with the team that's, like, rivaling them to go to the World Series.
Brew Crew doing it.
Right, but if they're trying to, make a big swing and win now, wouldn't you think they'd try to go after one of the biggest and best?
Why?
players
Let me put it back on you. Why would the Brewers trade Bryce Terang at this point in time when they are in competition for, of course, bigger things as well?
That's an excellent question.
Thank you.
However,
I appreciate
the
that.
Phillies need to, if they're trying to win now, which I want them to win now, Phillies need to give up some players and some prospects, which they just did with the Arise trade. But if they're trying to win now, I think they need to go big and really big and try to give up prospects and draft picks and go get somebody that we all know is established in the league.
Well, I mean, maybe appreciate it. Maybe in the offseason they do that. They could have done that this year. They did not.
Yeah.
Terang was not a free agent, right?
No, and
Out of club control there.
yeah.
Came up.
Look, Arise was available because of what's going on with the Giants. He was a free agent at the end of the year, so it makes all the sense in the world of why they went after him, and he's delivered so far. I ordered a jersey last night, but it wouldn't surprise me if they bring him back in some way, somehow. New contract.
Why not? 1 or 2 year contract already. He's not getting a long-term deal.
No.
One's been willing to do that. So, all right, back to the Eagles here. So we talked about Wicks earlier. QB2. All right, remember how the Eagles were asking for second-round draft picks for Tanner McKee, and people were like, oh, he should be the starter over Jalen Hurts. And then he played the game, and it's like, wow, this guy sucks. And I don't think that's fair, but sometimes there's a reason why they're drafted where they are. And the key, where was he drafted? Late round
The
pick?
greatest sixth-round draft pick of all time, right?
I can't think of anybody that would be better the quarterback position in the 6th round. Let me think about it. But so he got a chance. He didn't deliver. And now it feels like that, like the Eagles maybe have soured on him a little bit. Last year of a contract, they didn't trade him. He definitely was dangled out there to trade, and they didn't. Most likely because there weren't teams that were interested in giving a 3rd-round draft pick up or more. So they kept him. Early returns are Andy Dalton's running with the 2s. He's getting most of the reps with the 2s. And you know what? If you need a quarterback for one game, do you want Tanner McKee or Andy Dalton?
It's an easy one for me.
Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton. The Red Rifle? Red Rocket? What's he?
Well, he's the
I think
Ozempic.
that's the Red Rifle.
Red Rifle. He's not the
The Red Rocket's something else.
telling me
Take a
there's
5.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me there's nobody in sports with the nickname Red Rocket?
No. It's
I'm
just
not even looking that up.
It's
Yeah, don't look it up, Ray. You'll get
no
fired.
way.
You can't get fired before your show starts.
That's on my contract. 4 cause right there. I saw it.
You know Ray's nickname's Ozempic Dalton Or what is it?
Ozempic Andy Dalton.
Ozempic Andy Dalton. Because he kind of looks like the Red Rocket. He can be the Red Rocket. Call Ray the Red Rocket.
That's it.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Hey, Ray.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly, Dalton was a great pickup. In game, he comes in, and we know what he is at this point. But he can run around a little bit. He's gonna manage the game, and if he needs to get a start or two, remember when they sat Bryce Young down, he came in and they won. He actually performed pretty well. He's not a starter anymore. He's not going to be a good player if he has to play 2 or 3 games. He's going to be better than Tanner McKee. That's for sure. So I think it makes a lot of sense he's the QB too.
Absolutely. All right, Ray, do me a favor. You got to get it. Apparently, Jim Nantz accidentally called Andy Dalton the Red Rocket, and Tony Romo couldn't resist laughing because I am Googling. Matt Bonner was – sorry, I'm over on this conversation instead of carrying the – yes, Andy Dalton is the guy that I would go to over Tanner McKee if you need to win a football game. You know what it comes back to with the backup quarterback. You need a guy that can win you one game. Now, Nick Foles proved – to be a little bit more valuable in that season when he was called upon, but most backup quarterbacks, you don't want them getting any more starts than one game. Like, you need that guy that can get the job done. Andy Dalton's been in the league, 15, 14 seasons now?
Yep.
It was a long time ago. TCU.
Second year out of TCU.
Oh, man.
No, he was. If you look at the numbers, he was really good with the Bengals for those couple of years. Now, he also had his limitations, and the Bengals only went as far as a bad franchise, too.
He's 38. Yeah, they
man.
could never win a playoff game. Marvin Lewis gets fired, yada, yada, yada. But, man, in 2011, he was drafted. Yeah. He played for – do you know the other teams that he played for? He's played for he's played for 5 total teams in the NFL. The Red Rifle, Andy Dalton. Can you name the other 4?
Ray, do you know it? Carolina's 1.
All right, there's 2. Each team was 1 year.
Yeah, I don't remember at all.
One division. One in division.
It wasn't a Brown.
No, he's not a Brown.
A Raven?
Pittsburgh?
No, I'm talking in our division with the Eagles.
Oh,
Cowboy.
There you go.
Yeah, he's a Cowboy.
All
I
right, so
remember
that's
that.
3. 2 more teams, both NFC. I'll give it to you. Ready?
Saints.
The Saints. All right. Nice work.
give me division.
One more.
What division?
We're going up top.
Bears.
Oh, Ray!
I don't remember that at all.
I mean, he's a redheaded quarterback. He's
Did he,
very important
did he
in my
make
life.
starts for those teams?
Nice work. Game started. Oh, yeah, he did. 6 starts for the Bears, 9 starts for the Cowboys, 14 starts for the Saints. Nice work,
What year
Ray.
was that?
The Saints was
14 starts?
22. He was 6-8. He threw,
With Derek Carr got hurt?
18 touchdowns, 9 interceptions.
That's about right.
6-8.
Yeah, man. I'm very comfortable with him being the backup quarterback.
Yeah.
And you know what? If he ends up, and then you got Tanner McKee, who's not a bad third, and then you have the rookie, right? What's the hell's his name? I don't even remember what his name
Cole
is.
Payton.
Yeah, Cole Payton, who
The future starter.
Oh,
may do a little bit of everything. All right, a couple other things. So your boy Eli Stowers also got a stock down from Kemsky.
Oh, no.
Stour hour canceled.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a little.
You got excited.
It was a little aggressive. It was a hot take, and we've yet to roll out.
No, but again, it's only training camp.
That's true.
You just need him to make an impact at some point this season. You're not relying on him to be the starter.
No, definitely not.
It's next year when Goddard's probably gone. And then one more name, and this is where I'm putting my hands together and I'm rubbing my hands. Tank Bigsby.
Oh, yeah.
With the stock up. Underutilized last year. He brings a different dynamic. He's not dancing around trying to find the hole. He is, give me the ball and I'm going. And I don't mind taking some contact on. And he's got a certain energy to him. Also noted by a couple reporters, he's seeing the ball a lot out of the backfield as a receiver. So when he's in there, Mannion likes to throw to receivers, which we really haven't seen in this boring offense that they've had the last couple of years. So you're going to, at least early on, the prediction market is saying more Tank Bigsby than in previous years. And you know what? Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Hell yeah. Yeah, give him 4 or 5 carries a game.
Yeah, at minimum. I would hope that that's the case.
Ray's asking for 20 carries a game.
Whoa, Ray.
Start him over Saquon.
I think we should just ship Saquon out at this point.
Release him.
Clip that, Dutsy.
Yeah,
Sean said.
Yeah, no.
All right, coming up, we at one point in time, this is before you joined the show, it was a promising segment, and we haven't done it in a long time. It's called Middays with Mark's Podcast Reviews. We were trying to drive traffic to the podcast early on so people could listen whenever they wanted to, and we were encouraging podcast reviews of the show.
I like it.
So we will, courtesy of our AI voice, give you one review that we have.
Well, we've got 4 of them.
4 reviews.
All 5-star?
All 5 stars.
Oh.
Ow.
See, what
we were looking for a certain kind of review.
How about that? What we like are 5-star reviews that also rip us,
Oh, gotcha.
right? Is that what we're?
That was what we were looking for.
That was what we were looking
Honest
for.
Feedback.
Honest feedback.
As long as you give us 5 stars, you can say whatever you want.
Oh,
We
okay.
like the show.
I see. Now I'm connecting the dots. I
Right.
like that.
So
All right.
those reviews, and I sang the open. That's what you really. That's why you stick around.
When's the last review?
I believe it was 7 months ago. I'm not positive that we got more than 2 reviews in the calendar year 2026.
We stopped trying.
I like this segment. I'm not getting ripped.
Unless you want to give wherever you find your podcast.
We still got a couple minutes. That
That's it.
AI voice is warmed up in the
Right.
back.
That's it.
No doubt. So wherever you get your podcast, leave the review. Sometimes it takes some time to get the reviews up there. But listen, we got a week to go, and then you can turn this segment into, because you can use my open, and then you can just do the middays with Brace and Dunn.
This stays.
Yeah,
Podcast reviews?
Yeah, podcast review stays. I dig it.
that's coming up next. Middays with Marks 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies drop 1 in extras. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Nationals last night beat the Phillies 10-4 in 11 innings. It was a tie game at one point. Top of the 11th, brutal for the Phillies. Game featured a Luis Rise home run. Also saw Andrew Painter leave early due to hamstring tightness. He only lasted 4 innings in his start. The Phils looking to win 3 of 4 against the Nationals with the game tonight down at Citizens Bank Park. They wrap this one up before a weekend set, an alumni weekend down in South Philly. Today we'll hear from Jaylen Brown for the first time officially as a 76er. His intro presser is at 2 o'clock. You can hear it right here on 97.5 The Fanatic as the Philly media gets a chance to meet the newest 76er. The Eagles have a closed walkthrough today. They're a week into camp. Yesterday, both Devontae Smith and Mekhi Lemon were out due to hamstring strains. No Lane Johnson once again yesterday, and Landon Dickerson got the day off due to rest. This update is brought to you by the New Jersey Department of Health. Public Health works behind the scenes, building a healthier future for everyone. One mission working for you. Learn more at nj.gov/health. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Middays with Mark, Sean Brace. And, yeah, Ray Dunn. Calarulo was just in here, chopping it up. Ricky Bowe's listening. He had texted me earlier.
About?
The caller that said, hey, why didn't the Phillies go all in and trade for that Brewers second baseman?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like you said, maybe not. Maybe in the offseason they can get it done.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be right there.
What you see is what you
going
get.
to move to the outfield, why not go after Freeman?
Yeah, they should have. Yep. I mean, why stop there? You know, they need a starter. They could, they could add it. What's his name?
Curious to hear Ricky's take on that Painter discussion earlier. I thought that was, interesting, and the fact that, all right, there's some people out there that disagree. All right, great. I just think the Phillies put him in a position to be successful. You draft him in 21, first-round selection. This guy was a fit starter. Like, yeah, let's see what we got. Let's go.
I just don't know how you don't have more information than the Phillies. If you're, what was this guy's Morgenstern, not Morgenstern hair?
Leo.
Yeah, Leo. Yeah, his name's Leo. I can't trust him.
Oh, come on.
Would you trust the guy if came up and said, hi, my name's Leo?
I feel bad for people to have names like my dad's name is frowned upon these days. Gary.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't name a baby Gary these days.
No, you can't name a Doug. You can't go Doug. It's like after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, there were no Dougs running around.
Mind. We better figure this.
You know what I mean? You can't go Doug. No, like we have gorgeous Gary.
Gorgeous Gary, you're right.
But you're right. There's not little kids coming out and be like, oh, he's so cute. What's his name? Gary.
Yeah, Gary's a tough sell. However, I think you can go down the path of Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, Leo. I have a friend who has a son, Leo, and it's a great name. Anyway, I don't even know what we were talking about beside that. Oh, no, it's really easy to rip the Phillies for it. You know what? If the Phillies thought they should have started him in AAA, I don't know. Like, if they're like, hey, we think he would benefit from starting in AAA, then you got to argue with the team. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where it comes back to for me. To put the cap on it, I would say, is he a different pitcher if he had 10 starts in the minor leagues? No, I totally agree.
I think we're right where we are right now.
There you go.
What were you doing with the fifth starter spot anyways at that point?
You had nobody else in the system that was taking it.
Taijuan Walker?
Well, you were with that Wheeler to start the season.
Right.
So were you having someone start every fifth day until – because he came back in, April? We were all kind of shocked by that. I thought we were seeing him in May. I thought we had set the benchmark as Memorial Day.
Yeah.
They did the right thing.
They did. Thank you.
He just didn't do his job.
So I won that argument then? Brace 1-0 against the internet?
Yeah, against Leo.
Oh, what?
I mean, yeah, I'll give you 1-0 right now. I'm worried about what we're going to end up playing for you later on the show.
Oh, gotcha.
Maybe I'll. It's like victory lap's a little early here, Brace.
Gonna take a hit.
It's an hour and a half into the program.
Yeah, but I think the best thing to say is that do you really think it matters? I don't think it matters. But so you give him 5 starts in AAA and then you bring him up. The time to start him was when you needed a fifth starter. And here's the other thing. I remember when the Phillies weren't a good team and Marlon Byrd was their best prospect. And Marlon Byrd was a good prospect. He's not the number one prospect in baseball, but the Phillies weren't a good team. So now they're bringing him up, and now he's got to be the savior. He doesn't just have to fit in and be a rookie. Everybody's looking at him because there's nobody else that's any good. It's like, oh, Marlon Byrd, we're going to be fine. Well, guess what? That's tough to do to a rookie. Andrew Painter didn't have expectations of that.
Yep.
So, like whatever.
The bar was low.
I may be the only person that doesn't care about the fifth starter. Everybody else is all up in arms because they didn't get a fifth starter. Whatever. I don't care.
I think I care about the fifth starter because the fourth starter, right? It all comes together. It's like,
how's the fourth starter been?
Well, that's the issue is yeah, there you go.
He's been good.
There you go.
My issue more so with this is when we look at the overall depth of pitching with this team, because everyone's going to say, oh, you can line up the top 3 starters against the Dodgers. That's great. We saw how creative the Dodgers got pitching-wise in that postseason series against them last year. Yeah. They're going to have Blake Snell or Tyler Glasnow somehow out there in the 7th inning against you, and it's going to be, oh, we got this guy,
Killian,
who's in now. Oh, Killian's here. Oh, Brooks Raley. It's like, oh, great. Yeah, they're going with Cy Young, and I'm going over here with Caleb Killian.
Who came in for Killian? What's his name? Chase Shugart.
Yeah, I was the hell out of there by the time he got on the mound.
You brought up Michaelis with the sack bunt and or the squeeze bunt. I checked out when I think they scored like 3 runs. I'm like, all right.
Oh no, I was out too.
Yeah.
I was pissed when Alvarado gave up walked in the run, and then they tied it. It's like, all right. And then Harper gets thrown out. Anyway, so we encourage you to listen to the show live. You can also do it. Like you can do it if you don't get a chance to listen live or watch live. You can go on YouTube and watch on demand, or you can go to wherever you find your podcasts and just search Middays with Marks. And it'd be nice if you left a nice 5-star review. And if you do, then you might hear it on Middays with Marks podcast reviews.
Now, the Middays with Marks podcast reviews.
Middays with Marks.
Oh, wow.
Podcast reviews. Middays with Marks. Podcast reviews. Middays with Marks. Podcast reviews.
It's impressive.
Middays with Marks. Podcast.
Do you hit it?
Reviews.
Oh, my goodness, you hit it. Oh, my goodness.
Middays with Marks. Review. A little bit more and then it's almost over.
Incredible.
Middays with Marks. Podcast review.
Oh, wow. Dude, that's outstanding. Yeah, I got to give you credit, man. Again, we walk the walk, we talk the talk here.
Some people thought it was Whitney Houston singing it. It was me.
Nice work.
That was the first thing we got on the text line. Was that Whitney? How'd you guys get Whitney? I had to break some bad
Yes, you
news.
said.
Good God.
All right, what do we got,
Just
Ray?
killed with. Oh, she's already dead. Sorry.
I'm here to help John give his kids a Christmas this year, pay the bills, get a, For a measly 5-star review, you can make some kids' Christmas come true. From AAP 28.
Huh? That sounds like a bot. That's what that sounds like. Spam.
That's how long ago we were soliciting for these reviews.
Christmas.
People thought we were going to have a good Christmas because we were giving reviews. They thought we got bonuses out of the Christmas reviews.
Right.
Yeah,
Which
or
we
the
didn't.
Podcast review. We didn't.
We just got to play the song, which
No.
is all we wanted.
I think the dude was confusing like Cameo with podcast reviews.
I'm not sure. All right, what's next?
I've been a fan since he was at the Fanatic before, but this might end up being his best show on radio.
Ooh.
The rotating co-hosts keep things fresh, and his
damn it.
producer is a little bit bratty, but he's grown on me. It's unlike any other show on either station.
Hey, Ray.
From Louis Duva.
Louie.
You're bratty?
I guess. Louie, you still out there?
Hey, Ray.
I grew on you then. How about now?
And he said he likes the rotating co-host chair. Yeah.
That was before Sean.
Yeah. And then then I took over in March. Yep.
All right, what's next?
Marks has the most popular show in Philadelphia for a reason. The station he left is now just a shell of what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Scott Masteller is the smartest man in radio for bringing him back. I bet in 2 years he will once again post shares that will rise to the top. Marks brings humor and content that makes for can't-miss radio. He already is the most popular and influential sports commentator in the city, and he certainly makes sports talk wildly entertaining. Make the switch and tune in. You won't regret it. From Dan Smedley.
Oh, Mrs. Marks. Patricia Marks, my mom. Thank you, Mom.
Danny. Let's get him. Where's Danny at?
I mean, that was ridiculous.
That was great. Nice work.
I'm not comfortable
Oh,
with
I
that.
co-sign everything. Let's go.
All right.
And Scott plug.
Yeah, just the fact that he brings up Scott Masteller.
Danny's.
The guy that listens right there.
Nice work, Danny.
Diehards do
does.
the reviews.
Yeah? All right, one more.
Great to have Johnny Marks back on The Fanatic. I love that he leans into the history of sports talk radio in Philly and his own role in it, including the rotation of OG co-hosts of Harry, Jason, and Sean. Also to include the next generation with gentle jibes at Ray. I can just see him smoking a lung dart in the Bahamas from warp speeds.
Were you in the Bahamas when you did
Over Thanksgiving.
Wow.
How about that?
Warp speeds. Nice work there, too. I like it.
Yeah, and you know what? There he is. We're looking at the next generation of sports talkers, Sean.
That brat.
He is a brat.
Ray Dunn.
Ray.
I always wondered if I came off as a brat. I'm glad that I did.
Oh, brat's a good thing, isn't it, these days?
It's not
No,
bad.
Brat Summer's over. That was last summer, man.
okay, all right.
No.
Charlie XO or whatever.
That's not.
XO, yeah.
That's not. No, being called a brat's not a bad thing because it's memorable,
Ooh.
and people they like it, but they're like, "Oh, you're such a brat."
I haven't called anybody a brat.
I
in a long
don't.
time.
I don't think you're a brat. I don't know what would.
I think it's just a stock thing for a young person you don't like.
No, I don't think they didn't like you. It's just that you're like, all right. So let's say that guy was 50 years old. It's just like, oh, shut up, Ray.
Right. Yeah. Oh, what does this young kid know about sports that I don't?
Right.
Yeah. I'm a brat. I get that.
Yeah.
I could see how our audience anywhere older than me would not like me.
I'm Googling Brad if it means anything, the acronym.
I don't know, not like you. But
Or be annoyed by me, not like me.
Even a young age, I don't think you come off as acting like you know more than anybody else. At all.
I try not to.
Yeah, at all. No, I don't think that. I don't think like that's not something I want to do. I'm not smarter than anybody else out there when it comes to sports. We're all just sports fans.
Damn right.
You know, like it's not. I mean, obviously, like some people know more sports than others. We do this for a living, so we follow the teams, and there's a lot of listeners out there that follow the teams even more than we do.
Sure.
But like, it's not their job to know as much sports as as we do. That's kind of our job. But like, I don't even know who some hockey players are. So what the hell do I know?
Yeah.
Connor McDavid's pretty good.
Yes, he is.
I know Connor McDavid. I've heard his name before. All right, coming up, are we worried about Kyle Schwarber? When are we allowed to start sounding the Kyle Schwarber alarm? Can we sound it today? Ray has the alarm. We'll decide if we can hit it. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97. I hear a piano.
Hear it? No, do you? I know you hear it, but do you hear it?
No.
I feel that chill, smell that
The
fresh
boys of
blood.
fall are back, John. We have football tonight.
Back in my helmet.
Football.
Oh, tonight's the.
Tonight is the Hall of Fame game.
That's right.
We got football back in our lives. This is the great Kenny Chesney. I got goosebumps. Just when you hear that sound of the song starting. Oh, don't turn it down, Ray. Give me some, Kenny. This is where he gets going. Put on the helmet. Strap on that chin strap. Give me the shoulder pads. Coach, put me in. Let's go. Nothing gets me fired up like the Hall of Fame game. I don't know a damn player come fourth quarter. Hell, second half.
First half.
But Kenny Pickett versus Carson Beck, does that not wet your whistle? Oh, yeah, baby.
What's the correlation with Kenny Chesney?
This is a football song.
It is?
Yes, this is the Boys of Fall. This is the anthem, John. This is
It is?
the
Let me
anthem.
hear it. Turn it up.
Yeah, turn it up. Turn it up.
I said ball.
Knocking heads and talking trash. It's slinging mud and dirt and grass. It's
He hits it.
I know the country songs always have their lyrics are always very difficult to follow.
Look at my thigh meat. I got goosebumps.
You do have thigh meat.
The Boys of Fall, baby. We have made it. It's here.
That's Kenny Chesney?
Oh, that's Kenny.
Man.
That's a staple in our show, Ray. Book it. It's already on the board, ready to go.
Ray, you like it?
Moments like this, you remember Sean Brace grew up in the middle of nowhere.
Still, I'm telling you right now, that song hits.
It does?
Yeah, if you strapped on the helmet and played some high school football, that one hits you hard, right? Because then you think about drawing up those plays.
Well, I'm thinking about you're crying. Well, like they played it in the locker room. You cry, and they're like, I don't want to play.
No, well, you weren't. Yeah. You know what? You listen to this song. You listen to this song as you're driving to the stadium.
Or your parents listen. Mom listens.
Yeah, that's it. I used to listen to Bob Seger on the way to my high school football games.
The Silver Bullet Band?
Oh, yeah, man.
What song?
Hollywood Nights rolling in. It was the greatest hits album. Turned the page when we left. Oh, but, man, nothing got the juices going like Bob Seger on the way to playing some high school football.
Ray was just saying the same thing, except he did it to cross country, right?
Yeah. Oh, the fact that we would listen to music to get us hyped up to run a 5K is, in retrospect, one of the saddest things in the world.
You know what's crazy is because back in high school 25 years ago, I didn't have earbuds. So
No?
do kids in high school now that run track and cross country run with earbuds in?
Yes.
I guess.
I would
didn't.
assume. You did?
I didn't.
Well,
I also was friends with my teammates, so that made it a little bit easier.
I don't know. I know, like, the Springford 5K, I didn't run it. My wife did with the kids. And there were a lot of people that had the earbuds on that were running.
Oh, now when I run, there's always
Yeah,
earbuds.
yeah.
I'm
I
sure.
don't want to have my own thoughts rolling for 10 miles.
I'm talking competition, though.
But isn't that
no,
what you...
I don't think in competition.
All right, because I get it. You want the music to help you. Like, if you curate a playlist, it can really help you go. It's like, all right, like this song comes on, let me go.
Oh, yeah.
It
Definitely.
can definitely help you.
Yeah, you hit a little Tiesto. Oh, yeah. Mile 3.
But some people
Get juiced.
like to run because they want to be in their own thoughts. Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense.
Do you like to be in your own thoughts?
I do. That's what a walk's for. A run, I need the energy. I don't want to be contemplating life as I'm 4 miles in. Like, I do that enough anyways.
Are you able to do that on a walk without going to your phone?
Yeah.
Because
I
I said
walk
you
around
see
all the
people
time.
that go for a walk and they're on their phone.
No.
It's like, what's the point?
Yeah, that's the time to unplug.
Yeah.
Do you know Diplo, John? Do you know the
Yeah,
artist?
I know the.
He's a temple cat.
Really?
Yeah, he's a big runner, and he microdoses. Like, he'll trip as he's running. It's crazy.
Mike does mushrooms?
Yeah, he's on mushrooms, and he runs marathons. It's wild.
That's not really tripping.
Well, he's tripping. Maybe he did like 4 drops. Yeah, he's out there. He's an out there cat. But I'm telling you, he's leading the movement.
They
You
do
see-
drops?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not eating mushrooms?
No, he's doing
So
a little of everything. But he's a big marathon. He started Diplo's Run Club. It actually was just at the link 2 weeks ago.
I was upset I couldn't go.
Really?
Yeah. Run club's a great way to meet people.
Is it?
Is it a good club?
It's a good club. I'm not a part of a run club.
We have a good club.
I would like to join a run club.
Yeah, that's interesting. Is it a good, like, to meet women? Is a run club is a
So
good
that's
place?
what I've heard. I, again, haven't done it yet.
And
but
you're
I've
a
heard
runner.
I mean, runner's a very loose term. I do Broad Street. That's about all the running I
More
do.
running than I do.
Well, that's fair. I have a whole playlist curated for Broad Street.
I guess I could see how that would be. I mean, if you would want to, like, do you want to meet somebody that's a typical runner? I just don't think that fits my personality, right? Like, would that work for me if I was looking for be like, oh, how do I meet a woman? Oh, it's going to be go to a run club.
Well, no.
Healthy habits last a lifetime.
Yeah, I know.
You get the endorphins going, right? That's the thing. And then you get done with that jog or that run, a couple miles, and you're meeting at the bar. That's what they do.
Yeah, they go after.
Correct. Yards had people running through, and you get a free pint. Some Yards clubs were sponsored. I was there one time. Yeah, there were some girls. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, right? You should join a run club.
That's what I keep saying.
Okay.
See, I got to find the time to do the run club.
My workout list has 14 songs. The first one is Dead Man's Party by Oingo Boingo. And I don't know why. And then Evacuate the Dance Floor. You know that one?
Yes, I do know that one. Yes.
Some Crystal Method. Smashing Pumpkins,
Crystal
Zero.
Method. That's a good tune to get the juices going.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That gets you going. Prodigy. Fatboy Slim.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm trying to think. I had
Party Rock Anthem.
All right, so this is my April. Yeah, so this was Tiesto Lay Low, which was Trey Turner's song, Walk Up. That got it going. And then I went to the Spins with Mac Miller and Empire of the Sun. I got a bunch of Rihanna and Calvin Harris. I got the Unz in my playlist. Yeah.
We don't talk enough about how great Rihanna is. As a society.
We don't?
We don't.
She kind of disappeared.
She did.
That's okay. The
Yeah, she
music
did.
Still
She
hits.
got a family and stuff. She,
Yeah. She doesn't have to make music.
No, she made her money.
She did Super Bowl pregnant. Remember that?
Yeah, no, she's fantastic. Yeah. All right, Kyle Schwarber. Ray, when do you think last time Kyle Schwarber got a hit?
Last time he got a hit?
Yeah,
Hopefully over the weekend, right?
No, when was the last time he had a hit?
Over the weekend?
Incorrect.
Oh, wow, a hit?
A hit.
Jeez.
How about July 27th?
Ruh-roh.
Remember how I did the bit where if Kyle Schwarber went 6 or 7 games without a home run, I would start betting heavy home runs, and he would sometimes hit 2?
You're broke.
Yeah, I haven't done that. So he has not hit a home run. When was the last time you think Kyle Schwarber hit a home run?
I know he's only hit one since the All-Star break.
Correct.
The home run that he hit, can I recall it?
Dodgers series?
Incorrect.
Oh.
Mets. The 18th of July.
Oh, man.
Yep.
That is not good.
So all the worries, and I didn't want to be one of the guys that was like, I don't want him being in the home run derby because he'll ruin his swing. Well, I don't know what the hell happened, but it feels like he hasn't gotten a hit since the All-Star game, and he legitimately hasn't gotten a hit since the Miami Marlins game on Monday, July 27th.
That's incredible.
Yes. He has 1 run scored this month. He has 0 hits. He has 10 strikeouts. I can't see the walks from this stat muse. But anyway, so I mean, honest question: if this team is going to do anything in the postseason, they need Kyle Schwarber, and they're going to need Kyle Schwarber to get to the postseason. He can't keep doing this. You sounded the alarm. Is it time to sound the Kyle Schwarber alarm?
With those numbers, absolutely. Yeah, that's not even up for debate. Like he's missing. I'm just trying to recall last night and the night before. I just watching his at bats because I know we talked about that. Both him and Jordan Walker haven't. They have, I think, 1 home run combined between the two since the All-Star.
He's down to 241, 33 home runs, 63 RBI. Still has a good number of home runs. Man, like you remember when he was rolling? It's like no one's even close to beating him with home runs.
You know what happened? It's when I put the money on him talking MVP.
You did it.
That was it.
Oh.
Yep.
It was my fault.
Did it again.
Damn.
Sean Bryce did it again.
I scared Jeremy Fowler. Mike Gansey doesn't like me, and now I poo-pooed Kyle Schwarber's season.
And
But you are 1-0 today against the internet. Don't forget that, Sean.
And coming up later, we're gonna because Jeremy Fowler has ghosted the show since Sean yelled at him. So coming up, we're gonna replay you and rehash it when Sean was yelling at Jeremy Fowler.
I knew that was coming.
All right.
I got to cut that audio.
I don't
hear it?
I don't think I yelled.
Oh, it's cringy.
Oh,
I'd love to hear you yell.
cringy I get, but I did not yell.
No. You were just having a loud disagreement with Jeremy Fowler.
I can get down with that. Sure.
No, he was arguing with he was yelling at the clouds, and
Yes.
Jeremy Fowler just happened to be on the other end of the.
My voice was elevated just a little
The
bit.
best is the silence before Fowler's answer. That's the best part of it to me.
I can't wait to hear this.
Is it better than we remember, or worse than we remember?
Both.
On the cringe meter, is it a 5 or is it more like 2.5? Oh, it's a solid 4? Okay.
That's coming up. But coming up next, News at Noon featuring Norris Cole, Austin Rivers, a story about him, and Shohei Ohtani. News at Noon with Ray Dunn coming up next, Middays with Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Bills drop one of the Nats. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies fell 10-4 to the Nationals in 11 innings last night. Yeah, it was all tied up at 4 going into the 11th. Top 11th ugly for the Phils. They did get a Luis Rice home run out of the game. He had a home run off the foul pole in right field, his first home run as a Philly. Andrew Painter went 4 innings but left to start early due to hamstring tightness. He believes that he will be okay. The Phillies looking to take 3 of 4 from the Nationals with a game tonight in Philly. Jaylen Brown's intro presser is today at 2 o'clock. We've heard plenty from him on his Twitch stream, but now a chance for the Philadelphia media to talk with him. We'll carry it live for you here on the Fanatic again, 2 o'clock. Jaylen Brown meets with media for the first time as a 76er. The Eagles had a closed walkthrough today as they continue on through training camp, or a week into camp at this point. Their first preseason game, the 15th, in Baltimore against the Ravens. This update's brought to you by the New Jersey Department of Health. Public health works behind the scenes, building a healthier future for everyone. One mission working for you. Learn more at nj.gov/health. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Press conference coming up 2 o'clock. You'll hear it right here On the Fanatic, they introduced the man. Get excited! I'm excited for it. Big fan of Jaylen Brown. Big fan of what he's going to bring to the city, to the team. And we are, I don't even think it's really set in yet where we are. LeBron James is going to, whenever he decides to show up in Philadelphia, that is going to be, if we had helicopters following Gus Bradley's vehicle when they thought they were going to sign him, I think LeBron's going to be something.
Yeah, that's the crazy. Like last night, I shared that because I'm a 14-year-old boy on Instagram as well, and I shared that trust the process, and that's all I can do is just like laugh. Like LeBron James is a Philadelphia 76er.
The jersey get official release today. Is that what I saw earlier?
23.
Can you get the jersey now?
I gotta get one.
I think they're sold out.
I have to get
bet.
a LeBron James jersey, and I probably won't buy the knockoff. I think I'll buy the real deal.
I may not have already ordered a knockoff.
Yeah, boy.
You did?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Potentially.
Nice.
Now, are they releasing a black one?
That's why I ordered the knockoff just in case.
Gotcha.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? You know what? I forget who the national person was, but I heard them say, do you know what LeBron's going to look like in the AI Sixers throwback? And it's like, wow.
So I wasn't anti, but I wasn't really over the top with the black jerseys like everybody else. But here's the difference. All right, follow me on this. If you go back to 01, you look at the fabric, look at the material, look at some of it's different. It's a different jersey now than it was then. It is. So, with that being said, now the way it looks in 2026 and last year, oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. But there was something about that 01 sheen, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about it. Like in the NFL, they weren't form-fitting those jerseys.
Oh,
They were still boxy. Looked like guys had neck rolls.
Yes. So true. So true.
Yeah, now they know how to make a jersey.
Oh, yeah. Form-fitting, nice and tight.
Now, can we get the Eric Snow, Matt Geiger blue 76er jersey back?
Oh, wow. The hip-hop. Ugh.
You know what I'm talking about? That alternate jersey?
And that's the
like
sheen.
98.
I remember that having the sheen on it, too. You know, it's like, I could pass on that. Material and fabric it's got to be.
We've come a long way.
Oh, we've definitely come a long way. You're right.
But actually, I already see it. Look, right there.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, look, the Jaylen Brown, when he was on the stream and he popped it on, it's
man.
It's real. It's happening right now. We could feel it. Everybody's talking about it. I wore my Sixers hat down the shore 3 out of the 4 nights, and everybody had something to say, whether they were yelling LeBron or clap your hands or play the song, Brace. It's just ready to go, man.
See, this is the Eric Snow. That's the Eric Snow.
I think
blue
it's
jersey.
hideous.
It's hideous.
Yeah.
It is.
No, I'm good on that.
I'm going to have to get one of them.
You know, my favorite memory of hip-hop when they brought him back last year was when he whistled. I forgot he whistled.
I didn't know he whistled. Really?
Yeah, he doesn't talk.
Yeah, I'm not a hip-hop guy.
Neither was I, but the fact that he whistles made me more of a hip-hop guy than I've ever been before. Were you a Big Shot guy?
Big Shot was even worse.
What the hell was Big Shot?
They don't know. It's like the Kool-Aid guy.
Where did Big Shot come from?
It was a bad idea by somebody in the Sixers. That was mid-'80s. Nobody liked Big Shot. Big Shot was not even a thing. Anybody, they just made fun of him. Big Shot. Yeah, take a look at Big Shot. It's the worst. Big Shot.
Did we get any update on hip-hop? Because we saw hip-hop for like 2 games. Then we didn't see hip-hop again.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, no, because he was just being brought back as a throwback because of the 2001 team, right?
Yeah, I thought he was going to be in all the throwback games.
You know what? Maybe we just weren't ready for Big Shot. 'Cause he almost looks like a Gritty.
Look at that. Big Shot would pop these days. You're right about that.
It would be a lot different. Yeah. All right. There you go. All right, let's get to the news and interview. What do we got?
Welcome to Ray's life. There's no turning back. Mad Dog's losing his mind. And Big Skip Bayless with another take.
Phillies blow a lead, Sixers spark the beat. Somebody's got a podcast with another terrible take. Everybody
Wants the news at noon.
with Ray Dunn.
With Ray Dunn.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Terrible.
Phillies blow a lead was apt for me.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one.
Sixers sparking debate.
All right, let's get you to the world of Norris Cole. Never thought I'd have Norris Cole in the news at noon, but it's an interesting question that Jeff Teague posed to him. Teague's podcast can go any direction, wildly entertaining, but what he is able to get out of these guys and the way he asks them questions, you would think he's got a journalism background, because this is not a question I would ever think to ask, but I'm very intrigued with the answer. Norris Cole made $50 million, won a couple of titles. Would he rather that life or James Harden's life?
50 million in your rings or James Harden?
I'm taking 50 in my rings.
James Harden.
Two rings and 50? I'm cool.
What James Harden touch? Probably like 400?
It's got to be. You got to remember, though, for me, in what I value, 50 million, I can get anything I want. How many horses, how many mansions can you get?
And you come from humble beginnings like us.
Yeah, and you know in the Midwest, in the Midwest, $1 million crib up here and $1 million crib in Miami or LA is two different lifestyles.
So I asked you, the $400 million James Harden's got, or a couple of championship rings and $50 million?
$400 million.
How many rings has he got?
Two? So, hang on a second. Are you telling me $50 million in cash, not taxed, and 2 rings, or how much?
Or $400 million.
$400 million. Yeah, it's easy.
But the rings are the rings. He didn't really, am I drawing a blank? He didn't really do much.
I mean, yeah, it was him and Mario Chalmers running point for a LeBron team.
Yeah, I mean, he had some fun memories playing with LeBron. There's no doubt about it, but it's hard to say not James Harden for it. Plus, James Harden, his career, what James Harden's done.
Through this year, James Harden's made $411 million.
Yeah, that's an easy one. Give me Harden.
Yeah, sure, I would like to win. Yeah. $360 million difference?
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with $50 million.
So, right, I know everybody would think $50 million, that's all you need for the rest of your life until you're spending money like you have $50 million. Runs out.
He might. I won't.
All right. Yeah,
So-
it's easy to say that now.
Yeah.
Let me just follow up with this. We're talking about the careers, too, or are we just talking blank statement with, dollar bills and the 2 rings, and that's it? Or are we talking career? Because Harden's career is incredible.
Yeah, I don't think Harden cares. I don't think Harden cares that he won a championship.
No, but he's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest scorers the game's ever played.
I'm just saying, I'd be cool with the Norris Cole thing of this. I think Norris Cole saying he's good with $50 million and 2 rings. If I was him, I also would be, hey, man, I'm good.
Do you know why I think he says that? Because he got $50 million and 2 rings, and he didn't have a chance to make $400 million. Otherwise, he would have taken the $400 million.
And Ray's full of it, too, because he would absolutely take the more money. No ifs, ands, buts.
I don't know. 2 championship rings. I walk around forever saying I played with LeBron.
You're Norris Cole.
Yeah, I'll play.
Nobody
play
can
on the news at noon.
You can't get picked out of a lineup of 2 if you're this guy.
And that's great. I'd love to walk around anonymously with $50 million.
And 2 rings.
And 2 rings.
I don't know. I mean, if that's good enough for you, that's fine. The $400 million is not only generational, it's your kids are set up. You can do so much good for the underprivileged and charity and things like that.
And for the local strip club. Yeah, I get you. I understand. I think you could still do plenty with 50.
Right. If you said, well, even if you said 100, I would probably still say 100. 100 million or 50 million.
I get it. I thought it'd be more of a conversation. I'm shocked you guys just went.
Oh, no, man.
Absolutely. All right.
You get our age
Fair
with
enough.
kids. Yeah. Groceries are expensive these days, Ray. Give me $400 million.
What are you buying? $350 million worth of groceries?
Yes. Yes.
Like the Wolf of Wall Street scene.
It took me $70 to fill my tank last time.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I got to fill it up again today.
There you
I
go.
don't know where all the gas is going. I actually do. I'm driving the shore every week.
Now, do you use Rust-Oleum on your car? You know what that is? Because
No.
you have an old car?
No.
Rust-Oleum, before cars were made of fiberglass or whatever it's made with, they would rust. So you'd have to put Rust-Oleum on there with good old Rusty Jones. And they'd say, goodbye, rusty cars, because your car would rust. Anyway.
Yeah, no, my car's just going to... I'm taking this thing until it stops running.
Good for you.
I'm not putting any
So with the new job, you're not gonna try to upgrade?
Oh, listen, if there's anyone out there, I'm more than happy to speak for you.
Were you on the email with GMC from Cowper?
No?
All right. Well, we got to make that happen.
Oh.
Yeah, GM, it was a potential.
Oh, okay, GM.
No, the hell with Ray. He
Okay.
can keep driving his Avalon. Give me that.
Yeah.
I
Got
mean,
it.
yeah, new morning show host Ray Dunn. Yeah, I'll let you be
No, but
first in line for that one.
forget about endorsing a car. Isn't it time to upgrade, like, with your own money?
No.
Well,
absolutely not.
you live in the city, so you're smart. Because that Avalon, that Motorola, you could run that 300,000 miles.
Yeah, I walk everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you're
or
making the
Broad
right
Street
move.
line. Yeah.
You're making the right move.
Unless someone wants me to,
There
I'll
you go.
upgrade.
There you
Always
go.
interested to hear. All right, let's go. Kevin Garnett on a podcast talking about Austin Rivers, the teenager, walking into the gym when Doc Rivers was the coach of the Boston Celtics, and he wanted everybody in one-on-one.
You know, he's playing guys to foul. You beat P, and then he mopped Perk 5-0, and he came in here. I had my shoelaces unlined, and I came in from the weight room, and he rolled the ball. And I said, what? And I looked at it, hit my toes. I said, what? He said, check. I said, check.
Yeah, like everybody like,
And then, you know, I'm a dragon, bro. I'm a dragon, and I know your dad, the coach, so I got to be real careful on how I let this dragon out. Throw the ball to me, so calm and collective. I just, you know, kick the ball to him. I walk back. He says, check. I went on the other side of the check. You're a kid. What you mean? You check.
Kevin Garnett got the best of him, but he got the best of Paul Pierce and apparently cooked Perk, which Perk just catches it straight. Feels like every time one of these guys tells a story.
Yeah.
Well, you remember Austin Rivers a couple months ago made an appearance on this fine program right here, News and Noon, when he was giving his resume.
Yes.
And he was really good in high school. He was one of the top recruits.
Man,
Would you rather be Draymond Green or Austin Rivers?
Right. Al Bundy was really good at polk high, too.
Damn right. 4 touchdowns, 1 game. You don't see that happen these days. That's right.
All right, last one for
I'm a
you.
dragon.
Shohei Ohtani, the 30 for 30's out. Jeff Passan on all the smoke, man.
This is good.
This is the production company we all should have invested in a long time ago. Passan
Right.
talking about Ohtani and the conspiracy that he was the gambler.
I first heard the tip about Ohtani's gambling. And by the way, that's how it was framed to me. First tip was Shohei Ohtani might have a gambling problem. And the first thing I think is, oh God, like the thing that's too good to be true actually is. We were getting ready to run with that story when, you know, they reach out to us and say, actually, this is not what happened.
wow.
Yeah, and so I look at all of this, and we're in such a conspiracy-loving society that there's a large segment of people out there who still believe that Shohei Ohtani was the one who was gambling. I am never going to entirely discount any story because the world's a weird place, but I just ask those same people to read the 30-something page indictment against Ipe, to listen to the phone calls that were made by him to get money transferred out of that account. There's just a lot of evidence, and if it actually is all a cover-up, it is one of the greatest cover-ups in the history of the world.
Well, Jeff Passan, here's the thing. Don't waste 1 second of your time trying to explain to people or try to prove to people, like, if there's evidence and people are going to, like, who was it? That's the Kristen Cavallari podcast.
Oh, yeah. Pete Crow Armstrong.
Pete Crow's like, oh, Babe Ruth, he's not real. Like, all right, do I really need to spend 3 seconds to try to prove that that's not true?
Well, I can't wait.
Waste your time.
She did a podcast with Bryce Harper, so I'm hoping she asked him the same question. So I want to know the conspiracy theory that Bryce is cooking up. I bet you he's got a good one. Pete Crow with Babe Ruth, that came out of nowhere.
That's weird.
This Ohtani stuff, though, they investigated it. I'm with Passan, like, everything he said. I just want to say this, though. If there's somebody that's going to make something disappear, it's Rob Manfred. That's all.
He's stupid.
He's dirty.
He well, of course. No. If anybody's going to make something disappear, it's Goodell.
I have David Stern.
And David Stern, correct.
I think Manfred above all. Manfred is dirty.
But he's not smart enough to do it. He would screw it up. Like, let me think about it. The NFL for a long time came off as being really scummy. And it was around the Ray Rice time and whatever to where it was like, would anybody be surprised if the NFL didn't do the right thing and tried to cover things up? No, of course not. David Stern in the NBA, same thing.
Yeah, he covered up a gambling scandal efficiently. He just sent a guy to Birmingham for a year.
And I don't disagree that. And you had the Donaghy stuff, and it was like, oh, that was a rogue official, was it? Yeah, there's a podcast out there about, I forget what it's called, but it's about the whole Donaghy thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there was a rogue scandal. Anyway, So sure, I'm sure that Major League Baseball will try to cover it up.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying. Show me the evidence, and I'm all for it. Show me the evidence, and I'm all for it. Is the FBI also behind the cover-up? Is Rob Manfred, is he smarter than the FBI in electronic fingerprints and text messages and things like that? I mean, come on. If you want to cover something up, of course you could cover it up. It would have to be a grand conspiracy to do it.
You got to get a lot of people involved. The bookie, he's out there. I think he's out of jail, or I forget, but he's making his rounds. So he's said a few things like, I thought he could have been involved to a point, but for the most part, it was Mizuraki is his name, the interpreter. He looked like a degenerate gambler.
Yeah, like I said, if there's evidence that says otherwise, I'm interested to hear it.
Gotcha.
But I'm just like that's the problem with conspiracy theories. There's no evidence.
I will tell people on Netflix, if you can watch the Screwball documentary, it's about biogenesis with Manfred. That's how Manfred became the commissioner because of what he was able to do with that. It's a fantastic watch, and it will open your eyes to how creepy and everything else Manfred is, who is the commissioner of Major League Baseball.
All right, let's take some phone calls here, Sean. Let's go to a member of the Sean Brace Hive.
Let's go.
His name is Beef.
My God.
Beef from Conshohocken. What's up, Beef?
What's up, fellas? How's everyone doing? I just wanted to congratulate everyone on their new role. Excited to see you guys, but I wanted to call in. Really just excited. Football's back tonight. Ready to see a hand in the dirt, a fair catch, all the little things. Watch maybe the first 5-10 minutes and turn it off just like everyone else.
That's what I'm talking about, Beef. You hear it, right? You hear it. Oh, the boys of fall are back, Beef. They're back. Let's go. Who you got tonight?
What's the line tonight? I was going to ask you.
Oh, Beef.
Oh, no,
He's
Beef.
driving down the shore.
We lost you on the Atlantic City Expressway.
Yeah, the pan.
But one quick.
Oh, we got you.
One
We
quick
lost.
Eagles
We
point,
lost you
too.
for a second. What do you got? Go ahead, Beef.
One quick Eagles point. I know Brace was high this offseason on Eli Stowers. It sounds like he hasn't really done much at training camp. Do you think the Eagles could look to bring in Zach Ertz, given all the Goddard injury history, and maybe bring him in and throw like the ghost IR on Eli Stowers this season?
No, I don't. I don't think that they're going to do that. Yeah, I mean the first week or two of training camp, if guys are kind of going through struggles, that I don't think that's necessarily out of the norm. As far as Zach Ertz, I was thinking about it because who was throwing to him? Andrew Luck was throwing to him.
Yeah, in Stanford.
So I was thinking, I'm like, all right, the Eagles seem to have a lot of tight ends, but that Mannion offense, the McVay offense, they like tight ends. But if you remember how Ertz exited here? There were some hard feelings. So I don't know if that has changed. I don't know if they've made up, but I don't know if they're still all on the same, if they're all on good terms yet.
35.
Not sure.
It's amazing he's back. I can't believe he's playing again. That was a bad injury.
For sure. All right, Beef. I think we lost you. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. I love Zach Ertz. It'd be great if he came back for a final season. You remember how he exited? Yelling at Howie on the sideline?
No, I don't.
Even Sirianni got into it like the midfield.
It's a game.
Yeah.
It's a game.
The end of the game.
He was
Sirianni put like a ill-timed joke, I think he was saying, or something. He said
Oh,
something.
that's Ertz said something to him, and then Sirianni was yelling at him.
That's right. That's right. I do remember that now. All right.
Yeah, I love Zach. I want him to be able to come back to Philly whenever he wants because
He's a legend.
He's a legend. He's going to be in the Eagles Wall of Fame and all that stuff. So hopefully they can repair that relationship if indeed there still are some hard feelings.
He played at a really high level for the Commanders, too. 50 catches,
good.
4 touchdowns. Yeah, he was a go-to. It's ridiculous.
Zach Ertz was a great player.
He was. And who drafted him?
Chip.
That's right.
Big balls, Chip. Let's go to Gorgeous Gary. Gorgeous Gary, Northeast Philly. Gorgeous Gary, hello.
Hey, boys, how you doing, man?
GG.
Did you watch that debacle last night? Hey, is Dombrowski, is he spraying his nose with the hairspray? I mean, he's getting Beavis and Butthead out there. This the one dude throwing the ball behind the guy in the batter.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to be kidding me, man. This is what he came up with. I'm 66 years old. This has never happened in baseball, where every guy moves into a different position. You got Harper out there in right field. Did you see that ball off the wall? He goes to the wall. The ball bounces off the wall. He's got no clue how to play the fence out there. And then his base running. You know his base running is a disgrace. Absolute disgrace, boys. This is going to be a joke. A joke.
GG. I can't defend it.
Come on, boys. The little fella, he ain't going to want to stay here anymore. He's going to play here this year, and he's going to be gone.
All right, well, not worry about that next year.
Little fella who? Luis Arise?
He's talking to Rise, yeah.
Yeah, little fella. Yeah, little fella.
So you're already predicting he leaves because he doesn't want to be here.
I mean, look at this team. I mean, look at the debacle that was last night. Just look at that a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, we've seen it before.
Horrendous. Bohm is horrendous at first.
Yeah, but
base.
Gary, you know what? If Alvarado gets out of that inning, they probably win.
Oh, my God. You're right. I didn't even talk to you about Alvarado. This guy, he's still shooting up. This guy's still shooting up.
What about their new reliever, Brooks Raley? What did you think of him last night?
Yeah. Which one is that, Beavis or Butthead?
I think it's Beavis. The guy they got from the Mets that gave up the lead.
Oh, my God, man. I mean, he just throw a ball over the middle of the plate. What was he throwing, like 85 miles an hour, 90 miles? Why do you think the Mets are 20 games behind? And then Dombrowski he's just trying to get anything right now. He's just this is $10 million a year we're paying this guy, and this is what he's putting together. Let's move everybody to a new position, okay? How about Painter and Crawford, the scouts? These guys are horrendous.
There he is, gorgeous Gary. Thanks, GG.
Man,
appreciate it, buddy.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, actually, my buddy John texted me this morning, and it was a great point. The fundamentals of the Phillies, and now that you have guys that they're playing out of position, but like last night there was a spot where they instead of trying to throw home to get the runner, they threw the third base and it kept stopped from going to third. I think he would have scored on a sac fly if they would have done what the Phillies did, which was miss the cutoff man, throw home, runner advances to third base, and then the sac fly happens. Boom. Fun, like this team is still built to win by the long ball. They just are. That's the way they were constructed. They obviously don't have great defense.
Could change a little bit with Rise, but you're right.
Man, Rise is still a good acquisition. All right, coming up 610-632-0975. Look at these phone calls, man.
How about that?
We'll take your phone calls coming up. Also, did Sean Bray scare away the preeminent NFL insider on ESPN, Jeremy Fowler? The last time he was on the show, Sean yelled at him. We have the audio for it because Fowler has ghosted the show. And I was worried that was going to happen after the last interview. We have the audio. We will play it this hour. That's coming up. Middays with Marks, 97.5. All right, let's talk about, water heaters. I love hot water. You know the great thing about having a Bradford White water heater is even when you have a household children like I do, and my wife, the dishwasher, the washing machine is always running. I never one time worry about getting hot water, and that's because my Bradford White water heater, you get hot water on demand whenever you want. Baths, showers, dishwasher, everything else. We stay comfortable and content with plenty of hot water because Bradford White water heaters are super reliable for top performance year after year, just like we want here in Philadelphia with our sports, right? They're manufactured in America using the finest raw materials and components from around the world. So if your current water heater isn't getting the job done, do not put up with it. Ask your plumbing pro about Bradford White water heaters, including their Infinity tankless and Aerotherm hybrid heat pump models. Visit BradfordWhite.com to learn more and to find a pro near you. Bradford White, built to be the best.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Finishing up the series, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies tonight wrap up a 4-game set with the Nationals. Christopher Sanchez taking the mound for the Phils. A 6 o'clock start tonight down in South Philadelphia. They're looking to bounce back from a 10-4 loss to the Nats last night in a game that went 11 innings. Stopped the 11th. If you fell asleep, good for you. The only good thing coming out last night for the Phils, Luis Arise, his first home run as a Philly in his second game with the Phils. Again, they're looking to bounce back tonight in the 4th game of that series. Jaylen Brown coming up at 2 o'clock live. His intro presser will be carried right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. The first time Jaylen Brown meets with the media as a 76er, and we'll have it live for you right here on the station. Eagles had a closed walkthrough today as they are now a week into training camp. Yesterday, they were without wide receivers Devontae Smith and Mekhi Lemon due to hamstring strains. Also, no Lane Johnson again, no Landon Dickerson. He had a day of rest yesterday. We'll keep you updated everything going on in camp and get you ready for the first preseason game coming up next weekend down in Baltimore. This update's brought to you by the New Jersey Department of Health. Public Health works behind the scenes, building a healthier future for everyone. One mission working for you. Learn more. NJ.gov/health. I'm Ray Dunn in your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
after last night's, it was a tough one to watch. But you got Chris Sanchez on the mound. They're huge favorites. And then the Blue Jays coming to town with a Wheeler and then Nola. And then it's like I'm in a time machine. You got Scherzer pitching against Nola. And you have Shane Bieber going against Luzardo on Sunday. So,
unbelievable, yeah.
Yeah, Blue Jays have kind of, need to get 2 or 3. Need to win today. Get 2 or 3 this weekend. You'll be feeling good. A lot of people down on the Phillies, including Vic. That's all right. I'm not down on the Phillies.
I'm down on the Phillies.
Nope.
Yeah, there's no excuse for them not to win 2 or 3. This is a must-win today.
Yep. Yeah, Sanchez is on the mound. Give me a break.
He had 5 walks in that game on Sunday, but what, 11 strikeouts?
Yeah, the 5 walks is weird because he really has not been a walk guy.
No.
The strikeouts are used to. All right, let's take some phone calls here. We are going to investigate. Now, has Herb Denenberg investigated the audio, Ray? You probably don't know Herb Denenberg.
Not at all.
One of the first investigative reporters in town. He had Denenberg's dump.
Ooh.
And he would go and they'd be like, go to an auto body place that ripped people off or something, and he would go in and be like, yeah, Herb Denenberg.
No, I'm more of a Dave Schrack guy from Fox 29.
Schrack did it for like decades, man. Loved
He was the big mafia beat.
He was. Him and George Anastasia from The Inquirer.
What about my guy Harry Hairston? That was late in the game.
Harry Hairston.
Yeah, he was.
Well, if you watch any mob documentary, George Anastasia is likely on there, as well as Selwyn Raab, RAAB. He wrote the book, The Five Families. That's like 2,000 pages long that I have at home if you want to read it.
Oh.
It details the history of each of the 5 New York families, which is really interesting.
Interesting.
From the start. All right, it's good. So it's up there. His name is Mike from Spring City, our neck of the woods, Raymond. What's up, Mike?
Oh, you're up this way? Hey, guys, how are you today?
I'm in Collegeville, and Ray's from Oaks, Pennsylvania. But I heard that a new spot just opened up in Spring City.
You guys are like you're stepbrothers. You're right there.
Cousins.
You're right there. I'm right up in Spring City. We're right over, if you know where Owen J. Roberts High School, right in that area.
Oh, right on,
man.
man.
So we're right there. So Mike is my son Michael and I, so we're both avid sports fans. I even had a cup of coffee with the Eagles in 1988, but I won't tell you who I am until we're done. So I sit here and I look at this trade, and I stutter a lot, so give me the time to speak here, just 2 seconds.
All right.
So this is the Moneyball version of Dave Dombrowski. It's not, this is not Theo Epstein. Dombrowski collected a useful player. Epstein would have asked whether adding the player improved the architecture of the team. So what we do, Mike, my famous son here, is an analytic. We do strategic decision review for decision architecture, right? We look at healthcare enterprises. We look at everything you do. We could actually make a decision, your best sequence that you two are going to do the rest of the day, like go eat at Town Center in Royersford or wherever. Right?
All right.
We can actually tell you the best. So we looked at it, and we look at second and third order cascading consequences analytically. And what we see is not really good, guys. So in its essence, the proper sequence was to reduce pitching uncertainty, stabilize the defense, and then add offense without disturbing the architecture. Instead, the Phillies added the bat to the baseball's worst-rated defense and created avoidable second and third consequences that are going to keep paying for in terms of the contracts they paid out. This is really horrible. So you know how people characterize my son and I, SDR? They look at us like Jonah Hill and Brad Pitt, except we're better looking and smarter.
Well, I mean,
strategic.
What you said makes a lot of sense because their defense now is a mess, and what you said, it actually makes sense. All right, you had a bat, but you don't reduce the defense, and you hope the bat is enough because you're going to try to win on your pitching and your bullpen and your starting pitching, and you have great defense, and that's how you do it.
So we saw the variability there. What we call the Genie strategic decision review showed that the headwinds basically made this trade a wash at a cost. So it's really not a wash. The second and third order consequences is Dombrowski may come on the firing lines for this trade down the road. He gave away some talent. He gave away some money that he didn't necessarily need to do. They're standing still basically on this trade.
It was desperate. Right? We had a caller the day after that said this is actually they had like day happen. This is a desperate trade. It's a desperation move. It is.
We had to do something with Bryce Harper said.
It really is. Was it to appease Bryce?
Yeah,
because
partially.
I don't know. But when we look at this straight up from an analytical standpoint, it doesn't make sense to me, and I can't understand for the life of me how the Philadelphia Phillies wouldn't have investigated a firm like SDR to run this, so we could say, hey, avoid those second and third and fourth order.
So they have, Mike. They have. I don't know how many full-time analytics people with the Phillies. It's a huge staff. I think you know what it comes down to. It's if we do what the analytics are saying, we don't think we're good enough to win. At least now we think if we're able to get hot and this guy's able to change what we're doing offensively, our pitching can carry us. Either way, they're probably not good enough to win anyway.
It's like blackjack. You're on a roll. You know what the odds are when you're the guy sitting next to you, but you have an intuitive feel that it's going to come up roses for you, and it doesn't. If you don't follow the proper sequence, the numbers always play themselves out and come back to true, right?
It's a great point. All right, so you said you were a former Eagle.
Yeah, I was a cup of coffee, totally. So I played for Buddy Ryan. I was signed in 1988, and I was down there, and I got to walk into a huddle. My name's Mike Giango. I walked into a huddle, and he said, get in there. Byron Evans went out on the sideline. I remember walking in as a 21-year-old and seeing Reggie White in front of me, Jerome Brown, Seth Joyner, Mike Pitts, Wes Hopkins, and I was like, I ran off after a few plays. And my brother, who was sitting up in the stands watching the scrimmage or whatever, he's like, you're to this, you're to that. I heard I was too slow, everything in the book when I came off. But I didn't feel bad after looking at those guys in the huddle. They were pretty damn good players.
Man, that's awesome. But call in again, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah, great stuff.
Appreciate it. I'm sure analytics would have said you're upsetting everything defensively by doing what you're doing for one bat. The problem is, what would you rather do? Stick with what you had, not add the bat, maybe add one bat that doesn't disrupt what you're doing defensively, or you add the impact bat and you try to make it work.
Yeah, I think you have to make it work. First of all, it wasn't a guarantee that this team is getting to the playoffs. Let's just be honest about that. This team came out of the All-Star break struggling. So you had to do something. This is the last time to improve your roster. You got the best bat that was available. I'm with you. I understand the analytical approach, all that. But yesterday I was ranting and raving, as I tend to do from time to time on this show. Apparently I yell at guests.
That's coming up.
I didn't know, but I think it was more of an elevated voice. I didn't really yell at him.
Well, no, you were frustrated with the Hurts dialogue.
Yes.
And you unfortunately blamed Jeremy Fowler for it. You still don't really get Jeremy Fowler. It's his list. It's not his list. He compiled the list.
Regardless, analytics out the window. This guy's a good stick. I get it. You move some things around. I am all in with the Arise edition. And why would you not be after the first two games?
You're an Arise guy.
I am. He is rising to the occasion.
John Amaniak joins us. John, what's up, buddy?
What up, dudes?
What are you doing?
First of all, I'm just my only sports point is Harper shouldn't have tried to steal there. The game didn't have to go into extra innings or all that kind of crap. I don't even want to talk about this. I'm calling because Mark's embrace, to me, I mean, you guys were Jameer and Delonte 15 years ago. They
who's
finally
Delonte?
bring you back. Yeah. This is post crack smoking Delonte. I mean,
all right, gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
But now you guys have become like Simon and Garfunkel, where like they keep you apart for 10 years. You come back for 2 reunion shows, and they're splitting you up again. What's going on here? I'm very happy for both of you, but like, you guys better do a crossover situation or something.
Yeah,
the morning show ends.
We're cooking something up. Sean and I talked about it yesterday. It was not an easy decision, and like I don't know. I mean, like, we talked about it. There's some people that talked about it, like Andrew worked mornings. When John announced he was leaving, Andrew was staying with the morning show. I mean, there were a lot of people, I've seen it written. In fact, Kevin Kincaid of Crossing Broad wrote, why wouldn't you just move that show to mornings? Sean and I have chemistry. We picked up right where we left off. Ray, we have great chemistry with him. I mean, like, it would have made sense to do that. But as a station, these two guys are going to hold it down in middays and do a great show, and then I'm going to move with Andrew, and we're going to have a great show as well. So I will. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to miss working with these guys. I thought we had something really special going on, but this is what we're going to do, and we're going to do great with it.
Damn right.
Listen, I'm pumped for both shows. They're both going to be awesome. Don't get me wrong. I just want, as someone who called you guys every weekend for 3-4 years, like, I appreciate what you guys are doing, and I'm glad you guys are both back. And, the big station events when you're all on the panel together, the crossovers, it's going to be epic. Everyone's going to be listening to those.
Yeah.
So just good luck with everything. I appreciate you guys.
You man,
We
Johnny.
appreciate you, John.
Did they break up Simon and Garfunkel like that? That's a good pull by him.
Did they break it up, or did Simon get sick of Art? That's what I think happened.
Yeah, I think so. Too.
I don't think Art did a whole hell of a lot after they went solo.
Bridge under troubled water. Over troubled water. Over, excuse me. Over.
Yeah.
And the sound of silence.
Well, I mean, and the other thing is you have to understand that, I got demoted because of Ray. This entire move is about Ray.
Hey, Ray.
Yeah.
They were afraid they were going to lose him. So they're like, what do we have to do? And it's like you just move Marks to mornings and you give Ray the show with Sean and everything's fine.
You know who you sound like right now?
Who?
Charles Barkley talking about Anthony Davis. No, please. Don't send me to L.A. Don't send me to L.A. You got demoted to morning drive?
Yeah, I got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning now. I got to build from the ground up. Right? I'm almost 50 years old. You think I'm not Larry Brown. I don't always want to have a rebuilding project here.
Okay.
We just ride in.
I actually do. I like the idea of starting from scratch and building something.
Oh, yeah.
It takes time. I mean, since Sean joined us in March, and before that, we started the build, then Sean joined us, and that's where you gain chemistry. You gain, like, the whole Club Hurts thing became something in the last couple months. So, yeah.
Like old school singers, like George Harrison once said, it's going to take time.
It is. A whole lot of spending time.
A whole lot of spending time.
It's going to take patience and time.
Yeah. To do it right, yeah.
That was a good video.
There you go.
All right, so.
It was. Oh, man, the squirrels were dancing.
No, they were
Squirrels
playing
were
the saxophone
dancing.
at the end.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So, Ray, just reset, and we'll get back to the phone calls here. So, Jeremy Fowler was at Eagles camp yesterday. In fact, Sean tipped you off to Jeremy Fowler being there.
Yep.
And Sean said, Ray, why don't you text Jeremy Fowler? He's going to be at Eagles camp. Maybe he can jump on with us. And every time we've reached out to Jeremy Fowler, he's come on. In fact, when he exits the phone call, he says, sure, anytime, guys.
Yes.
I don't know if he said it last time. But, so, when Sean asked you to text Jeremy Fowler, what was the first thing that came to your head?
Uh-oh.
Dude, me too. It's the same thing. I was like, oh. Because the last time we had Jeremy Fowler on, Ray strategically said, the quarterback list is coming out on Monday. It was a Monday, right? We're going to have Jeremy Fowler on to talk about the quarterback list because, Eagles fans are going to be mad because Jalen Hurts is going to be disrespected. We actually called exactly what's going to happen.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What we didn't know was that Sean was going to be angrier than any fan out there and was going to start yelling at Jeremy Fowler.
I don't think I yelled.
All right, well, we're going to find out right now. We've went back. We have the tape. Here's how it sounded.
Oh, yeah. All quality quarterbacks. Again, Jeremy, I'm not coming at you. I'm not mad at you. This is list season, Jeremy.
It's a putt. So, Jeremy Fowler didn't respond back to Ray. Ray texted him, and Jeremy Fowler has ghosted him. Which, Ray, how many times have you done this before?
Never. I've heard from him every time I've texted. I would tell you, this is not every guest gets back to me. I get ghosted all the time by guests. Jeremy Fowler has never once, in the history of me working here, not responded to me about coming on the air.
All right. So, Sean starts off trying to be calm. And he's like, I know it's not. I know you're late, but then you yell. Sorry, here you go. Hit it.
Appreciate what you're doing. You're giving us content here. We like that. But what am I missing, Jeremy? And I'm having fun. I am the president of Club Hurts, just so you know. It's a little bit of a fan club. It's taking on a whole new level here in Philadelphia. What's the metric that Jalen is missing on? Like, the perception isn't meeting what the realistic vibe is. Like, this guy has won a Super Bowl championship, and we're talking about Daniel Jones. What am I missing? What's the one metric that Jalen Hurts needs to improve on? Because you know what? Let's go ahead and send it to him. Because, Jalen, you're not doing this right. So this way we can get you in front of guys like Trevor Lawrence, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff. It's just a joke to me, Jeremy. What do these guys want from him?
Well,
I'm going to get the stopwatch out. Not edited. And this is longer than when Nick Foles goes, hey, you want Philly? Doug waited like 3 seconds. The hamster wheel was going off in his head. He goes, yeah, let's do it. How long, I got the stopwatch out right now. How long did Jeremy Fowler go of silence? So I'm going to hit it right now. Go.
2.2
seconds.
Wow. Oh, man.
All right, now go back to the end of it, and let's hear Jeremy Fowler, and then we'll let go.
They want more quality passing, particularly over the middle of the field, quick decision-making from the pocket. To direct to your answer, I mean, that's really what they want. They feel like he struggles in that area. Now, this is a very tough discussion because there's a great deal of respect in the league for Jalen Hurts.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
No, it's a good answer. It's a good answer.
Yeah,
He gave you a good answer, which is here's what they're looking for. A guy can pass the ball. Right?
versus, I guess, again, it comes back to, like, okay, he did answer it. You're right, because I asked for the one metric. Like, what does Jalen Hurts need to improve on in the eyes of the people who have given their opinion to Jeremy Fowler so he can make this list? And he said improve on pocket passing and over the middle. All right. I still don't buy it. I really don't. And I think it's so disrespectful. And more you get people that are falling on the right side of this conversation because he has done it. You continue to elevate these quarterbacks that have yet to do it, that have had more opportunities than Jalen Hurts to do so, like a guy like Jared Goff, right? But yet has never won the Super Bowl. Instead, we're talking about a guy who has been to the mountaintop.
Jared Goff in a big game, you would think
stinks.
you think he stinks, and Jalen Hurts plays the best game of the year.
That's true.
That's the difference.
Yep.
In the regular season, Jared Goff on that Sunday against the Bears in October, man, he's slinging it all over the field. Another touchdown for Jared Goff. Look at him throw to that spot. He's a rhythm passer. Look at that perfect spiral. Man, he's slinging it today. And that's what these GMs look at.
Yep.
They're looking at that, and they're not looking at the football player.
I also remember in this conversation with Jeremy Fowler that I still don't think I yelled at him. Just for the record.
No, it didn't sound as bad as I remember.
Okay. Voice elevated. Got a little animated as I normally do.
You started off quiet. Did you have more, Ray?
Too. Yeah, couldn't.
You have more?
Yeah, because remember, he said, he goes, Jared Goff is definitely this is why I push back on the fact that this is not his list.
Is this where he yelled at him?
Because he said that Jared Goff was absolutely no question a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. I remember
Well,
this.
he's allowed to have his opinion, but it's still be an unbiased list.
I think we're clouding judgment there.
Well,
we're crossing the streams.
Since you're calling him a liar, maybe that's the reason why he's not going to come back on. But you have more
Can
here?
we do one more question while we're at it?
Please.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Well, it's interesting, Jeremy, because you brought, again, like I said, I don't have to back it up. You know where I'm coming. I got a little bit more of venom towards this list than other people would because our quarterback is being point-blank disrespected. Right. I'm not going to mince words on that. And I'm just eyeing up Baker Mayfield. You said Hurts was in front of him last year, and now he's behind him. You look at the numbers. Jalen Hurts had a pretty damn good year throwing the football compared to Baker Mayfield.
Cursed at him.
You want to talk about QBR? He's got a higher QBR. He's got higher average numbers. Just throwing the football last year. As far as touchdowns or interceptions, 25-6, 26-11 for Baker. Like, there's not a world where Baker Mayfield is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts.
I agree with that.
He's just not. You had a better team. What'd you do with it, Baker? You had a better team, right? And he didn't do squat with it. And the time that he beat Jalen Hurts and the Eagles in the playoffs, and then last year had a pretty good team last year.
Fowler
What did he
doing
do
right
with it?
now?
Nothing. So it's like I don't understand how resume could not even come into the equation for some of these guys when you're telling us that Jared Goff is a better quarterback if he gets protection. There seems to be some context for some other quarterbacks in this list too, Jeremy, that I don't think Jalen Hurts gets the benefit of the doubt. He's just one man's take.
He's ghosting. Yep.
Yeah, I ruined this. Sorry, boys. I ruined the relationship with Jeremy Fowler. There's no doubt about it. I was a little aggressive. I won't lie about that.
You get custody of Jeremy Fowler.
Yeah. How long did he pause before that answer right there?
Not as long. It looks like we only got about a second of a pause.
But by that time, he just wants to get off the air.
It's like I'm getting yelled at. It's not my list.
Yeah, Sean still was mad at the list and was blaming Jeremy for the list.
Well, I get caught up when you start to tell me that Baker Mayfield, who feels like it's disrespectful that he's only offered $100 million. Like, dude, relax, Baker. You're a good quarterback. You've had plenty of opportunities to win a Super Bowl. I don't care.
Well, also,
he's never done it.
The Bucks very easily could extend you if they wanted to extend you. They said, you know what? You lost seven of 9. The Bucks lost 7 of 9 to end the season last year.
Correct.
I don't disagree with you. I think Baker Mayfield's a good quarterback. He's not a great quarterback.
Same.
Jalen Hurts has a Super Bowl, 2 Super Bowl appearances. Baker Mayfield's not making a Super Bowl. How about that?
And he went on and waxed poetic about Jared Goff and how he's a better quarterback. And I don't agree with that. I really don't. And Jared Goff plays indoors, has an incredible lineup around him, playmakers galore. St. Brown is one of the best receivers in the game, one of the best possession receivers in the game. You need a first down, you just find him. Throw him the football. Laporta, a really rising star as far as tight ends are concerned. Think about the run game that they had. What was it, Thunder and Lightning? No, they weren't Thunder and Lightning. They were Sonic and Knuckles. Yes, that's what they were, Sonic and Knuckles. All right? But not Jalen Hurts. No. I just, whatever. Like, you're right, though, to bring it back to Fowler. Should I write an apology to him? Should I text him and say, Jeremy, I just want to let you know we replayed it, and I think I was a little aggressive.
So we also remember about Fowler, he was worried about getting in trouble with the aggregators out there because I think he did. And we've learned this from a couple guys now. Actually, what's his name? My cousin, Bobby Marks.
Bobby Marks.
He's gotten in trouble for literally something he didn't even say, and the aggregators put out something that was totally taken out of context. And then he's got the agent calling him, being like, "Why did you say this about him?" It was about Jalen Brown.
Yes, it was.
There you go. We have some more Sean Brace coming up here in a second with Jeremy Fowler yelling at him.
Oh, man.
Joe in Collegeville. Joe, what is your reaction to all this?
I mean, I'll say this, right? I'm not going to be nice to Jeremy Fowler because what is that list? What do you mostly put out? But in terms of the relationship with the station and your show, might have been a little bit more calmer. It was a good idea, but
yeah.
I wanted to beat a dead horse with one thing.
Yep.
Roger Goodell and the NFL buried that class action lawsuit with concussions and CTE. We got guys taking their own lives and doing all this because of their brain injuries.
Yeah.
And I hate Rob Manfred as much as the next guy, but that's a completely different level of corruption. And another thing was Luis Ariz has a Hall of Fame level approach. This guy can get on base whenever and however he wants. And yes, the defense isn't going to be good for a little bit. It's a 162-game season. I'm tired of hearing football fans complain about baseball games. It's a 162-game season. Bryce Harper will get there. The defense will get there. Luis Ariz is the man that changes the lineup because when you have guys on base that juice up the whole field of play with a billion-dollar lineup, the three guys ahead of him, everybody behind him is going to want to hit. Everybody behind him is going to want to take a better approach. That approach leaks out into everybody else wanting to be a better baseball player. Kyle Schwarber said it himself. He's worried about his approach, having a good approach. If Ariz can rub that off on him, what's going to happen in October? If we can get through a 5-game series with these three pitchers, what if the bats can go with a good approach?
Yeah, he totally and appreciate it, Joe. He totally changes the lineup's dynamic.
Good call.
He didn't strike out. He's not up there seeing pitches. He's up there swinging, and he has a certain level of energy that he brings.
Oh yeah,
man, he's pumped up.
Ariz is the real deal.
He's awesome.
Hall of Fame approach. Did you hear that? Hall of Fame.
You put him in the Hall of Fame yesterday.
I said.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, wait. So we'll be back 610-632-0975. Keep it up with the Eagles. Mad Dog Russo tried to break down the Eagles. And he sounds more confused than anything else. We'll play that for you coming up next. And your phone calls, Middays.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Finishing up the series, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update, and it's brought to you by the Empire State Building. Find out why the reimagined Empire State Building observation deck was voted the country's #1 attraction by TripAdvisor travelers. Tickets at EmpireStateBuilding.com/radio. Open daily. Reservations required. The Phillies lost last night to the Nationals. They'll wrap their series up with the Nationals tonight, 6 o'clock start. Christopher Sanchez getting the start for the Phillies, looking to bounce back from a 10-4 loss in 11 innings last night. Luis Ariz did it his first home run as a Philly. Other than that, not a great one for the Phils, but did end a winning streak, so they look to get back on the winning ways tonight before 3-game set this weekend against the Blue Jays. Jalen Brown has his intro presser coming up at 2 o'clock today. We will carry it live for you here on The Fanatic. The first comments to the media by Jalen Brown as a member of the Philadelphia 76ers. Eagles had a closed walkthrough today. They're a week into training camp. Yesterday, no Mekhi Lemon, no Devontae Smith due to hamstring strains. Lane Johnson, his absence continued yesterday. Landon Dickerson was out for rest yesterday at practice. This update also brought to you by the New Jersey Department of Health. Public health works behind the scenes, building a healthier future for everyone. One mission, working for you. Learn more at nj.gov/health. Operates on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Sometimes I think about it.
All right, back middays with Mark, Sean Brace, Ray Dunn. Sean has now admitting that he's cost the show, Jeremy Fowler, hopefully not the station.
Got to acknowledge it. A little aggressive. Got a little fired up, animated, and even threw the damn at him. Like, come on, you can't be doing that. So, yeah, I
might need a break from him.
I got to get a 15-yard penalty. Is that fair, or did I get the ejection? Am I out? Was it targeting?
Not an ejection.
No,
Okay.
just an unsportsmanlike.
Okay. So
If you would have F-bombed him.
No.
Or started arguing with him about
Yeah.
it. You didn't do that.
No.
No, you were fired up. I don't it's not egregious. It's kind of your style.
With the program director, Scott, hits me up. He's like, hey, we just got to work on the questions.
A little bit.
They run a little long.
Well, I mean,
I don't think there was much of a question. in there, Scott.
Typically there's a question mark at the end of a question. You didn't have a question mark. It was an exclamation point.
There's an exclamation point for sure.
That was definitely not a question.
So we have more from Sean Brace, Ray, if you want to hit it. Here's another question.
How come we didn't cross the 38th parallel and push those back to the Great Wall of China and take the Berkeley brick and nuke them back? Don't Trevor! How come? Tell me why! Say it! Say it!
Yeah, Sean was a little Professor Turgensen from Back to School.
Yes. Shout out Sam Kenneth in there. I like that. Which is also in our YouTube
chat recap, yeah.
Love that. How did Sam die? He got into a car accident?
I think his heart exploded from cocaine.
Good God.
Yeah, it wasn't natural causes, that's for sure.
Gone too soon.
No. Dude, like, I've seen documentaries on Sam. Holy crap. Los Angeles in the 80s with Sam Kinison.
Oh, God, yeah.
Car crash.
It was a car
Yeah,
crash.
yeah, car crash.
When he was on elevated levels of cocaine?
Yeah, probably. Probably was flying. And I'm not talking about miles per hour. Sam Kennison, man, he was awesome. Love Sammy. And then there's some Rodney Dangerfield guy running around now who's I saw him. There's just way too much Barstool on my page these days. I can't deal with it. There's too many people that work there. I liked Barstool when they had 4 people.
It's none of my. There's not one thing for mine.
But they had a Sam Kenneth or a Rodney Dangerfield a guy that came in and was pretty funny. I was checking that out, but now it's in my algorithm, and apparently a big deal there is like these coworkers are hooking up. These young co-eds, they're all hooking up. These coworkers, and it's like an HR nightmare.
I bet. Yeah, I don't.
What's your thoughts on hooking up with coworkers? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, it happens.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make your work life messy, sure, go for it.
Yeah, you
don't
don't dip your pen in company ink.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what, just don't complain when it makes your life miserable if you do it. I don't care what you do. Right? Go for it. Now, if you're a boss, you shouldn't be messing around with employees.
You can't do that.
Well, you shouldn't do it. I don't know.
It happens.
I don't know if it doesn't happen. Yeah, I don't. That's also the same thing with, and this is what I say to Ray, with listeners. If you're going to mess around with listeners, just beware. All I'm saying.
I'm aware.
Beware of what?
That your car might get keyed when you go out to the parking lot.
Yeah.
Viciously keyed, too.
My car can't get much worse.
Yeah, well, my car did. That's for sure. Yeah, because Mike, before Mike went public that I was dating now my wife, and I was like, please don't say anything because there's going to be some unhappy people out there.
Oh.
If you say that. And, I didn't necessarily, should have seen the tea leaves like, hey, you're not my girlfriend. I haven't talked to you in months. Leave me alone. But, you kind of got the idea that it wasn't going to go over well. And he did it anyway. And come out and the car has, very deep key marks in the driver's side door.
It's hard to buff those things out.
Oh, there was no buffing them out. There was no buffing them out. There was, it was like with Ray's car. It was a 2006 Corolla. It was a stick shift, too. It was just like, yeah, that's going to be there until I get rid of it.
I think that's such a power move, though. Am I wrong to think that, like, if you're somebody that's been wronged in life and you go to the opposing person's car and, like, if they cheat on you and then they spray paint cheater on it, I think it's such a power move. Honestly, like,
it turns you on, doesn't it?
You want to get your point across, do that, all right?
All right, we'll get to Rob in a second. Mad Dog Russo is trying to break down the Eagles. And the key word there is trying, Ray.
He has no idea.
Here's Mad Dog.
I think the Eagles are very, very, they're an enigma. They got A.J. Brown out of there. How are they going to replace him? Hurts was bad in the playoff game against San Francisco. That crowd is dicey. That's an issue, too. They lost a lot of guys on defense. Brought some new guys in. Yes, they gave Carter all the money, so he'll be okay. But, I mean, if you're asking me right now, they're 10.5 in Vegas. That's high. So Vegas thinks they're going to be really, really good. The Cowboys are good. The division's going to be a lot better. Washington, Daniels is healthy. Harbaugh's got to have some help with the Giants. With Dart, they'd be better. Defense is better. I think the Eagles could go either way. I could see the Eagles, going 8-9, and I can see the Eagles going, 12-5. I mean, I really can. Hurts, it's a big year for Hurts because, you don't have to worry about A.J. Brown screaming and yelling about getting the ball thrown to him. Devontae Smith's not going to do that. Lemon's not going to do that. Barkley's a little older. Their offensive line's not as good. I think the Eagles, to me, are a little bit of an enigma.
There you go. It's settled.
There's something. He just doesn't know what they are.
Well, he uses a bunch of stock answers there. The division will be improved. That's one you say every year. I would say I would bet hard-earned money that this team is not ending up under 9 wins. Like, you name the price, let's go. In the last 4 seasons, they have not had, last 5 seasons under 9 wins. They had 9. They went 9-8 and 21. 14-3, 11-6, 14-3, 11-6. 10.5 is their number in Vegas, like he said. I like the over. I think the schedule is a little tougher, but it's at home, which is always good. I think, he is right about the offensive line. That's a question mark. I'm not buying into Saquon Barkley being a year older. Like, Saquon is an absolute great.
Yeah. Well, but also he doesn't have to be great this year. It depends on the offensive line.
Tough crowd.
I saw it. So what ultimately, what is he predicting with the Eagles?
I don't know.
I don't think he does.
He didn't give a number.
How about 38 special?
So, by the way, I'd be shocked if they were 8-9. I don't see any way that happening outside of major injuries. And I think it's the biggest lock ever. They're going over 10.5. This team's winning 10 games this year. I don't think so. Not with this defense. Not with this defensive coordinator. Say what you want about Nick Sirianni. He knows what the hell he's doing as head coach. And
I'm the smartest coach in the world.
Sean Mannion would really have to come in here and get no results from this offense. You're going to see a bump from this offense this year.
Man, Sean's here at all hours of the day.
You're right about that. Think about if he got 0 production from the offense, like they were able to shut him down, Hurts and this offense, and of course Mannion leading the charge here. I just don't see that.
So with a bad offensive coordinator last year, with a quarterback that struggled with this offense.
Yep.
Right? With an offensive line that was banged up and ineffective to where they couldn't really run the ball all year with Saquon Barkley. How many games did they win last year? 11. They won the division.
Correct.
So with all those things that weren't going right,
11-6.
They won 11 games last year. So why would I believe they're going to win 8 games this year or 10 games this year? No, they're going to win more.
He did point out the obvious, too, with A.J. Brown, so I'll give him that. That's going to be tough to replace. A.J. was a great receiver for this team. I just need to see a little bit more from Mannion's offense before I go over the top and say that this team is only going to win 8 games. Like, hold up. That is – the sky is falling.
Grade the offense last year.
As a whole?
Yeah, just the offense.
Run game was suspect. It wasn't there. Passing game, I mean, yeah, I would.
Ray?
I'd go under
D+?
C. What'd you say?
D+?
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't go C. I'd go like C-.
All right, so C-, D+ offense. They won 11 games.
Yep.
Are they gonna have a C-, D+ offense this year? They friggin' better not.
No, they're
not.
No, not if my guy has anything to say about it.
And that was not an easy schedule last year. So if you're able to do that last year, why would we expect them to be worse off this year? I don't. I'm telling you, like, to me, and it's minus 148. At Bet Parks, it's minus 148 for the under. So that's the favorite. Plus 120 over 10.5. I already locked in on that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep adding to it.
Look, you want to do it? Washington, week 1.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Ray's got something on the Mannion drop.
Man, Sean's here at all hours of the day.
So I understand we're playing that drop as a Sean Mannion works really hard, but when you think about what he's actually saying there.
Man, Sean's here at all hours of the day.
He's just saying that a guy is at his place of employment all day.
Well, I mean, he's trying to say that he's here all the time, which is kind of standard for football coaches, isn't it?
Right. Is he really paying Sean Mannion? I mean, he's trying to. And sometimes I can pick on Nick Sirianni just for the fun of it here.
Sure.
But, yeah, what he's saying here is just man goes to job all day. Football coach spends time at football facility.
But what was the question?
It was asked about it was back, I think, in May when they were OTAs, like what's been the working dynamic with Sean Mannion? And it's like, oh, man, this guy's great.
Man, Sean's here at all hours of the day.
It's just funny to think, like, I've heard the drop now a couple of times. We hit it really to talk more about Brace, about Sean Mannion.
I put that in, yeah.
Yeah, but hearing him say it, it's like, oh, guy shows up to work.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's just more funny than anything.
Yeah.
Last week, he was talking about how Sean Mannion is able to talk to all these offensive players, no matter the position. And the only thing that was going through my mind is like, dude, he's going to replace you, Nick. Like, because Nick was blown away. It's like, man, he could talk to all these guys. He knows exactly where they're supposed to be, where their offensive line. Like, the only thing and shame on me for thinking, because Nick Sirianni has been a great coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. But I'm sorry. Eventually, something has to change, or you're going to continue to replace an offensive coordinator every single year. And that is not something you want to deal with. But the way he was just going on and on about Mannion and his strengths, I'm just like, Nick, better be careful.
Yeah, but let me ask you this: if he was the defensive head coach, no one would ever think, "Damn, we got to fire him because the offensive coordinator stuff." Yeah, you have to stop looking at him as an offensive coach. And by the way, if the offense looks great week 1, people are going to say you need to get rid of Nick Sirianni because you can't lose this.
Yeah, and
right to show sheet, right?
And by the way, what 20 offensive coordinators replaced this year? That's crazy.
Yeah,
so it's not only the Eagles.
All right, let's take some phone calls here. Rob in Port Richmond has an interesting question. We'll see how it plays out on the air. Rob, go ahead. What's up?
Yes, sirs. How's everybody doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm ready for some football, which brings me to my question. So preseason game starts tonight. Let's get excited. If you guys had to draft and –
Sorry. Rob, do you like Boys of Fall, Rob, by Kenny Chesney?
Oh, of course. Kenny rules.
Thank you. All right, go ahead. Yep.
So here, let me dive into the question. If you guys had the opportunity to draft for a green and white Eagles all-time game, who would you draft? Like from quarterback all the way to safety?
The first overall pick, you're saying. So who's the first overall pick? You're doing an all-Eagles draft.
I mean, even like for your whole team. I mean, like if I had the number 1 pick, I'm probably going to take Donovan.
Going who?
Donovan McNabb. You know, you got to start with a quarterback. You know, he was consistent, really good career. You know, it'd be pretty hard not to take him.
It'd be pretty easy for me not to take him, but that's I guess the difference between me and
Wait, you mean to tell me I can pick Reggie White as number 1 overall?
Defense.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I understand. Okay, gotcha.
Well, I mean, maybe you do want to. Is defense a whole, or are you doing individual players on defense?
Oh, I was kind of thinking like if you guys were the head coaches or the GMs and you were like going to literally build a team.
And we snaked it, and we snake drafted
Yeah.
it, and it doesn't
like
matter.
a green and white game.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter position or anything. It's just who's your number one pick off the board of all-time Philadelphia Eagles. And I would have a hard time passing up Reggie White staring at me on the board at number one overall.
Fair enough. But because if you take Reggie, if I took McNabb, you took Reggie, I take, Mailata, that's where it gets fun. So yeah, just, I'll let you guys,
appreciate it, Rob.
Oh, yeah,
it's
Rob.
interesting. It's interesting.
Draft the all-time Eagles team. I don't know if Jordan's coming off the board at 3 overall, but I understand where he's going.
Lane Johnson would be a high draft
Lane's
pick.
up there. Yeah, if you get McNabb, that means I have my pick of every other quarterback.
Yeah, I'm not drafting. No, I'm not drafting. I'm letting you draft on.
I'm comfortable taking Jalen.
I'm embarrassed.
It might be the 10th round. And there's no quarterback.
I would say no.
I'll take Jalen. I'll be okay with
I'll go
that.
Nick Foles.
There you go, yeah.
Right? Randall.
Let's make some noise. Come on.
No, Reggie White's your first pick.
Man, you get Seth in there at linebacker. You could take.
Well, how far back are we going, Ray? Is Bednarik? Are we going all the way back to the 60s?
You need him. And that's a cheat code of a pick. You can play him on both sides.
I gotta go Pete Firos or whatever his name is.
Retzlaff.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Retzlaff.
I'm in.
Yeah, Retzlaff's my second
Yeah,
pick.
there you
I'm
go.
going Van Buren.
There you go.
Seriously. How would you not go Van Buren? If you're going modern day since 1980, Reggie White's my first pick.
Who's the best running back? You taking Shady? You taking Saquon?
B. West.
B. West?
Well, it depends.
I'm not arguing it. It's just
I'm not going to, is Saquon, how high are you taking Saquon? I would almost rather get Lane and then take B. West than take Saquon and take Runyon.
Saquon.
And then I'll take Trey.
2000 Super Bowl championship. He was the guy. Oof. I'd have a hard time passing on Saquon.
Yeah, who's your tight end? Ertz?
That would be a great pick.
You would have to draft him early.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know what, especially in this day and age, guy that can get you all those targets, yeah.
Yep.
Ertz would be off the board
Where's
early.
T.O.?
Yeah, that's the issue because I feel like it's an easy one, but he only played 1 year, and that always has to come into the equation.
Yeah, because you may draft him for the year that he's doing sit-ups.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Which was a fun year.
T.O.
No, I know, but you can't draft the TO of the Super Bowl year. That wouldn't be fair. He'd be the first overall pick. It has to be the entire career, right?
You don't know what you're getting. You might get thrown out of practice. Andy might toss him.
Right.
Or I'm going to get A.J. Brown whining.
Right. But like
Fine
with
line of wide
They said I was a
receiver here.
dude.
So, because what was the caller's name? He said that I'd have a hard time drafting Donovan. Yeah, well, you might have Donovan throwing up on you.
That
during
too?
your game. But overall, Donovan had a really, really good Eagles career.
Oh, great. Yeah. He had a great career. I know that was not allowed to be said when Mike was here. Looking back on that, he had a great career.
Very good.
Mike used to argue with me. You can't say he was great. No, he was great. Think about that.
He was?
Yes.
I'm embarrassed.
Think about those years. You can't go to 4 NFC championship games.
You know what you can do? Lose in 3 of them.
He was great. His number is retired.
Yeah, I know. I still don't think his number should be retired.
Number 5 will always love you.
I know.
Number 5 will always love you.
But he's the best quarterback in franchise history. No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Yep.
Exactly. That man is.
You know, speaking of that, real fast, I saw this on ESPN.com today.
Uh-huh.
So they had, of all the active players on every 32 teams, who is already in the Hall of Fame and who is on their way to being in the Hall of Fame. So who would you say right now, predicted by the experts on the Eagles, are already in the Hall of Fame?
Already in?
But no matter, they don't have to do anything else.
Yeah.
They're already in the Hall of Fame. Do you believe there's any?
Lane?
Ray?
He's an offensive lineman. He's got to be up there, dude.
Yeah, Lane.
Correct.
Okay.
Do you believe anybody else who's mentioned already in?
Already in. He just had an incredible year. He's pretty darn good. Am I off on Saquon?
I would have thought of Saquon not listed.
Okay.
And not listed as on their way.
Huh. Yeah,
There's 2 Eagles. That's the only one that said already in is Lane Johnson, and I agree with that.
Okay. On their way?
On their way, or no, keep it up is what they say.
On the way
So in is Lane Johnson. Keep it up. There are 2 players, and then there's work to do. Saquon Barkley is in the work to do category.
So Saquon's been in the league 8 years. He has had 1,000 yards plus in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 of those 8.
Also was hurt. If he has another 2 excellent years, he's in.
Yeah, 2020 played 2 games.
Yeah.
All right, so on the way, it better be my guy number 1.
Keeping it up, Jalen Hurts makes the list. Keep it up. That's right. And there's one other one, and I was not expecting to see this name.
Oh, Jake Elliott.
No, Jake Elliott.
Dude, he's a
kicker.
Yeah, well, okay.
Jake Elliott's not on the list.
All right, never mind.
Keep it up. A young player on
Quinyon?
defense. Quinyon Mitchell.
Get out of here. Wow.
Work to do. Saquon, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Cooper, Grenard, and Cam Jurgens.
Grenard.
Hell yeah, Cam Jurgens. Get
I
your
don't
name on
I
there.
don't know if Cam Jurgens can play anymore.
Cam Jurgens reading that like, woohoo, good for me.
Quinyon Mitchell and keep it up he's on that trajectory. Jalen Hurts, for everybody in Philadelphia and all the other quarterback list people, if he keeps winning like this,
damn right.
He's been in 2 Super Bowls, he's an MVP of 1.
Yeah, that falls into.
And he's young.
Yeah, you're going to fall into that category. Of course, Eli Manning will be around that category, but he wins more than
Eli Manning has an under 500
Yeah, I was going
record.
to say, he's like 500, right?
But he's got the 2 MVPs,
And
Super Bowl MVPs.
That's what you play for. So I look at a guy like Jalen, and absolutely he is on the right path towards Ken. And I hope that bothers you out there. I hope that rubs you the wrong way.
Well, can you write the story of the NFL during his time without Eli Manning?
It's a good question. The only reason why I would say no is because he beat Brady 2 times.
The Tyree catch, you can't. No, you literally can't. Can you write the story? Ray, can you write the story of Jalen Hurts during his time? Can you write the story of the NFL without Jalen Hurts? No.
Yeah, I was going to say he beat Mahomes.
Yeah, but no one gives him credit for it. That's why it's so weird. It's so weird,
In
man.
this
It really,
moment,
really is.
no. But in 5 years, if we find out that we were wrong about having Club Hurts, then yes.
5 years, huh? I think we're going to find out this year.
All right, coming up, this Phillies lineup that they've been trotting out, are we okay with this being the lineup going forward, or do we think it needs to be tweaked? That's coming up next. Middays with Marks 97.5, The Fanatic. Let's talk about getting your hair taken care of. Morgenstern Hair. Let's keep it simple, stupid. Are you losing your hair? The answer is yes. Listen on. All right, have you lost your hair? Again, listen, because Morgenstern Hair and their hair team, they've taken care of me for over 15 years. I have an excellent head of hair, and that's because of Morgenstern and over 30 years of hair restoration experience. So, hair transplant, check. If you need to get your hair back, the experts in the industry in getting your hair back, and the results are amazing. Nobody would ever know that you had anything done. What about keeping your existing hair? In 2026, a lot of hair restoration is keeping the existing hair that you have. So if you're just starting to thin, maybe you're saying, hey, I don't want to lose any more hair. Morgenstern's hair team offers personalized treatment plans for every stage of hair loss. So we talked about the hair transplant. There's topical medications, PRP, exome, stem cells, and then the hair transplants. This is for men and women. So if you want to keep your hair, everybody's different. Every patient is different. You go in, they're your advocate, the hair team, and I know them very well. They're going to say, all right, yeah, here's what I think you should do. That's why you go to them. Where you go matters. Morgenstern Hair has the most experience and the most success in the entire Delaware Valley, and 3 locations in Pennsylvania: Wayne, Lancaster, and Ballard-Kinwood. Check them out. How about beard and eyebrow restoration for men and women if you're having issues with that? MorgensternHair.com, 610-831-HAIR, 610-831-HAIR, Morgan with an E, MorgensternHair.com. Already done. Ricky Bo, Bill Colarulo, and Addison is producing and doing updates today. Hooah!
She's good at what she does, man. She's good at what she does.
She is.
Know the name.
Oh, yeah. She'll be.
Damn it, I don't remember. Sandberg?
Yes.
There you go.
Ding, ding, ding.
There you go.
Know the name that you don't know. That's such a Sean thing to say.
I thought about asking it as he said, know the
Yeah.
name. I was like, I wonder if Sean actually knows her last name.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
He does. All right. What do you got, Sean?
So, the other day I was talking about how, I try to keep you guys up on what's really happening in the world of pop culture. And I was talking about that streamer, that guy, Clavicular. And you guys still have no idea who he is?
Yeah, no, I still don't know who he is. Nor will I ever.
So there's a new thing now that these podcasters are doing. It's called cooter maxing. You ever hear that term?
Cooter maxing?
Yeah, you guys.
Jim Bob.
Does the FCC allow that to be talked about?
We'll find out.
All right.
So if you cooter max, this is like a new thing for podcasters. It's just the ridiculous times that we are in. And it is a position in which both male and female, because you think of cooter maxing, right? Your mind goes to X, right? I get it. Both of them do it. It doesn't matter. So this is now where we're at in the algorithm. In order to get more, more views and clicks, you have to position yourself on the chair with your feet up like this, and almost the crotch is in the shot.
So according to Google,
oh God,
describe social media creators who intentionally wear revealing clothing to draw focus to the lower bodies to capture attention while discussing serious or polarizing topics.
Yes.
Frequently political commentary.
Correct. Because now it's so saturated. That market is so saturated that you have to bring something new.
This is normally women or men?
Both are doing it.
Is that right?
This is a big deal in the algorithm community.
Dinah Rossini was doing it. She didn't even realize she was doing it. She originated it.
Yeah, Cooter Maxon.
Can I take a 30 here? You say this is where we're at in the algorithm.
Correct.
Are we not positive that this is where you're at in the algorithm?
His algorithm. No, I'm telling you. Maybe, because I tend to like get caught up on this nonsense, right? With these streamers and all that.
All you need to do is click on one thing or
That's
go to one thing, and you're in.
And then you're done.
Right.
You're right about that.
With me in Facebook, now I just get fake stories because I comment on fake stories and say, block that guy. This is fake. And now everything that comes up on Facebook for me is a fake story.
Fake story. That's why most people stepped away from Facebook.
But I just got back on. I'm like the opposite of everybody.
I'll tell you what, if everybody starts Cooter Max and I'm out. Like, I think that's when I'm tapping out.
Well, Connor Cooter Maxes, he just doesn't show it on the air.
So I'm curious, would that help with our views, Ray?
No.
For the race. Hey,
Nope.
you're no longer on the show.
Yeah, but I care about the station. Please don't have Connor Cooter Maxing.
I think we should at least take it under advisement.
Yes.
Or at least have Dutsy do a clip. And if we just end up in people's algorithm that we would never be in their algorithm, I think that works.
Just love the people that, like, if you're a producer and you got to set up the light, and, you know, the seats and we got to get this right angle. It's absurd, man. It just is absurd. We live in the most ridiculous times, and every day it's something new. Right? Am I lying? If I'm lying, I'm dying, people. Cooter Maxing, yes.
All right, I see this on Facebook. So I guess I'm friends with him on Facebook. I don't know, but he says the top 5 best and worst sports talk radio hosts.
Oh, here we go.
In the city. Number 1 is me.
Hey.
So I'm assuming I'll do it. Number 3, Ricky.
All right.
Number 4, Andrew.
Nice.
Right.
Number 5, Ray Dunn.
Hey, Ray.
I told you, Ray.
Wow.
I'm riding those coattails, baby.
All right.
Not on Mount Rushmore, though.
Top 5 worst. Joe Giglio 1.
All right.
Spike Eskin 2.
Yep.
Hunter 3.
Okay.
I'm a Broads guy. Joe DeCamera 4. And then tied for 5th, along with Paul Jolowitz, is Sean Brace.
Yes!
You made it.
I made it. Let's go. Give it to me, baby. See, I'm going to start Cooter Maxing so I can improve my rankings.
But the fact that you tied with Paul Jolowitz makes the entire list.
Is Jolly still doing it?
I don't. Yeah, when I'm trying to think who the second to last person that they would ask would be.
God.
Because that's when he gets a shift. Sorry, Jolly.
Well, hey, man, look. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but that's all right.
You're my cup of tea.
I'm glad you guys are on the good side. This is great.
Yeah, but you know what? For all of that, I don't think I make number 1 on the list without you being on the show because but you balance me.
Okay.
Seriously. And Ray does the same thing.
You and I are a couple of 5s. That's what we're putting the show together
Ray,
as.
you're 26 years old and you already made a top 5 list.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I mean, what outlet are we talking about here?
What?
Yeah, like
some guy.
You think this is a media critic?
No, Facebook. His name's Rick.
Oh, yo, Rick.
The Philly Mags list?
What's
What do you
going
think
on
this
here?
is?
This is his list.
The hell?
Well, there you go. I mean, for the top 5, we're on our station.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
How about that?
He's listening. And there's no doubt in my mind. Like I said, you get Ricky, who is the guy that I want to hear talk about the Phillies, of course, everything that's happening here. We're the Sixers. Jaylen Brown coming up. Like, let's go.
Jaylen Brown at 2 o'clock.
This is the station.
All right, so Phillies tonight, early game 6:05. Ray had asked the question, are we comfortable with this lineup going forward? And my very easy answer is no. You're going to tinker. Bryce Harper's not moving out of 3. All the other positions are up for grabs. I don't like Schwarber at 1 right now. I just don't. He's not hitting squat. Now, does that change? I kind of like Schwarber hitting 4th. But the problem with putting a rise up earlier in the order is if he's getting a hit and there's nobody on base, what's the point of getting a hit? So it actually makes a lot of sense to bat him 4th because if Turner, who's been doing pretty well, and Bryce Harper has a high on base percentage, at least now you're getting a guy that's getting a hit when they're on base. But then you have, does it even matter who bats 5th or 6th or 7th? Marsh hasn't been playing particularly well.
Nope.
Ray?
I do think there's something funny about hitting a guy who hits into as many double plays as Alec Boehm does behind a rise. Guy famously on first base with a single, and guy who famously grounds into a million double plays going back-to-back in the lineup. I don't know how you fix that one, but it is a funny bit they're rolling out there right now with this lineup.
And I said earlier, 2 out of 3. This is the fourth game of this series.
3 out of 4.
Yeah, 3 out of 4.
2 out of 3 this weekend against the Blue Jays.
That's right.
And then you win tonight to win the series. 3 out of 4.
Yeah, they're all running together, but last night was a tough loss. So they're tinkering with the lineup. Yeah, you can't argue with the Schwarber stuff, right? You've given him a lot of time.
We don't have a lineup out, do we?
No, you just given. No, you don't have a lineup out yet, but you've given him a lot of time to get it going. So I have no issues. If you want to bump him back to clean up, that's fine. I just don't know about a rise leading off. I think you'd be better off going Turner 1, Arise 2, Harper 3.
That's what I wanted them to do.
Yeah, because this way, if Turner gets on in front of Rise, a base hit gets him over to third
Third base,
automatically.
right?
Boom.
Agreed. And then now you first and third with Harper coming up, and that's a problem. And that's really where Bryce gets in trouble when he tries to do too much, and when he's struggling, that's when he tries to do too much. Honestly, the most important thing right now is to get Schwarber going. And is he hurt? Is he in his own head? Is it a combination of both?
He's just missing. Like those at bats last night, he was 0 for 3.
And he challenged the one call, which was a bad challenge, and then it eliminated. It was their last challenge. That was a bad move.
And he was working that count. He was working it in that at bat. He was seeing it clearly, and then he took that pitch. Although it was a ball, He took it.
I have very little faith in that. One thing with Rob, he was pretty good at moving guys around in the order to get them going, and I don't get that same feeling with Donnie Baseball. Do you, Ray? You feel like that Don's like, I got an idea. Let's do this. Or he's just like, me. The latter.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. Again, he said after last night's game, like, they'll be fine, quote. And I get it. You can't be stressing. It's not the way to approach.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
You can't say that. You can't get too crazy. It's 162. But
you got to get Kyle Schwarber going. Coming up, YouTube chat recap, and Waymo has taken over. Ray's seen it with his own eyes. That's coming up next. I see Michael Wilbon said that Stephen A. Smith isn't a journalist anymore.
I did.
You know what I say to that? Duh. Who actually thinks he's a journalist?
Stephen A.
No, he doesn't. He agreed.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, that's why I brought it up. I saw Wilbon said it, and I'm just like, yeah, he's a friggin' he's an entertainer. He's an actor.
Yeah.
He's not a journalist.
No.
Has anyone checked his calendar? Did he just flip to 2012 or something on that calendar?
I mean,
welcome to 2026, Wilbon.
Are there only journalists from real outlets? Like, is there such thing as a journalist that doesn't write for a paper or
a journalist would have to have journalistic integrity, and that's not something. And this isn't a shot at Adam Schefter. He's not a journalist.
No, he's not.
He's an NFL insider.
He's an insider.
He's a TV person.
Yeah, I don't think Schefter would tell you that he's a journalist.
Tim McManus is a journalist. Jeff McClain's a journalist.
Yes.
Michael Wilbon's not a journalist.
Jeremy Fowler.
Not anymore. Jeremy Fowler's an insider.
I'd say he's more of a reporter than an insider.
He's a nice guy.
Would you agree, Ray? There's a difference between Jeremy Fowler and Schefter.
Yes, totally.
Jeremy Fowler he's a real reporter.
Yes.
Like with Tim. Schefter doesn't do the reporting like Fowler does and like Tim does. So I'm just seeing right now that Stephen A. agrees. He's not a journalist.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Wilbon, you're not a journalist. You were.
He said it as well, though, to close up PTI last night when I was watching. He goes, hey, Stephen A., we're not. Trust me, I'm not. We're not anymore. And I was like, what the hell was that? And then it was written about later last night, that apparently they're back and forth. And they're not. Like, a journalist was what Stephen A. was when he was at the Inquirer. He's not that dude.
No, he's an actor. He's on soap operas now.
Yeah.
Stephen A.
He is the show, I think, is what Wilbon said.
That's true.
Yep.
No, he is the show. All right, so Ray, we were doing Waymo Wednesdays for a while because there was so many Waymo stories that were out there in the news. You have your own Waymo story.
I'm terrified. They've come from my neighborhood. And it's not the driverless cars yet, but I see them every single day. I actually can't tell you a day that's gone by recently where I haven't seen one in my neighborhood. Scanning the streets with one of those drivers in it, trying to teach it all the intricacies of my neighborhood. Guess what? It's not going to learn it. This city wasn't built for Waymos, okay? This city was built a long time ago without the thought of cars and certainly not driverless cars. It's a freaky thought. As I'm walking around, they got that weird little thing whipping at the top of the car.
Yeah, it is odd.
And they're just taking every turn to try and teach it what it can and can't do. You're not going to learn the one-ways, Waymo. You're not going to be able to figure it out. That side street's not meant for you. You're too big a car. Stop trying to teach it.
You don't think?
No, I'm getting terrified. And I saw that the Inquirer did a column on, like, give the Waymos some time, because I guess people are getting a little antsy about this thing being rolled out.
Be patient with the Waymo.
No, there's no need for patience if we just pull the plug on this experiment entirely.
Well, just don't take the Waymo. What do you care?
I care because there's going to be a car without a driver on the other side of the road that I'm on. I'm going to be trying to walk home at all hours of the night, and here's this driverless car that's going to be just attacking.
So in your neighborhood, are there a lot of the because I know how Fishtown can be. I know how South Philly is. I know how Northern Liberties is. I lived in Northern Liberties for a little bit. I know some of those narrow one-way slanted streets are.
Ooh, could you imagine a Waymo in Manayunk? Oof.
Manayunk.
That's what they're trying to do to us.
Yeah, of
Probably
course.
not Manayunk, though, because there's the highway. But that's what they're trying to do to us.
You don't have to take the highway to get to Manayunk.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to push them all the way out to Manayunk. You think?
I will also say this.
Oh.
The Waymo is even crazy. They're even doing other stuff now, where it's almost like a golf cart or like a carriage, an old school carriage. Just remember those, like, I don't know, like Cinderella. Those type of things are working in Vegas right now. They'll literally pick you up and there's like not even a wheel. It's crazy.
No wheel?
No wheel.
No wheel?
No wheel, no driver. It's it's literally like a carriage. And then there's people cooter maxing it. Stupid. I kid.
Well, no, I mean, every show I feel like I learned something, and I had never heard of cooter maxing before, so I thank you for that.
Well,
I'm going to use
about it on the drive home.
I will.
I will plan on trying to learn something new for everybody until we.
I have noticed the cooter maxing, though. So when you said it and I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, actually, I have noticed that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems to be a way to attack the algorithm these days.
Well, it's not a way for me to pay attention to what they're saying.
Definitely.
But anyway, all right. So Ray, keep us updated on the Waymos and everything else.
I might have to move.
You're not going to do that.
Probably not. I just moved.
Yeah, you just moved.
Yeah,
Let's just move back to Oaks.
But then what am I going to do at night?
Hang out with me. I'm lonely.
Okay.
There's always something going on in Oaks, PA.
Oh yeah, go to the Olive Garden.
I'm in.
I mean,
You're not far.
cat shows.
At the Expo Center, but
That's
you're
right.
not far from King of Prussia. You and Ricky Bo can hang out.
That's a good point. Ricky and I could hang out.
Yeah,
I'm hanging out with Ricky tomorrow.
there you go. You are
Yeah, not with you guys tomorrow. I'm on Unfiltered.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
The hell is going on?
Enjoy Brad Lynch at 11, though. That's my going away
Oh,
game.
nice
for the
way.
day.
Ray.
Oh, do you know Shaq said if he was going to move or play for the 76ers, he would live in King of Prussia.
he said that.
He said that.
That's talking to Charles right there. That's the guy that's talking to Charles about his living
Because
situation.
that's
I'm
where
sure.
Charles's steakhouse.
Let me tell you about KOP, Shaq. What'd you say, Chuck?
Let's get to the YouTube chat recap.
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in?
Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Giddy up.
John's wearing purple like a bottle of Fabuloso, if Bayless.
Blue.
Yeah,
Get your eyes checked. Are you colorblind? It's blue.
he might be.
Ray, does this look purple?
The way the light's hitting it from in here, maybe.
Well, it's not sky blue. It's not Carolina blue.
YouTube, it kind of looks it.
Hey, according to Awful Announcing, Stephen A. Smith says he is still a journalist no matter what anybody else might say.
Really?
Yes. I knew Stephen A. would not agree with that.
Hold on a second. I'm looking right here where he says Stephen A. Smith agrees with real Michael Wilbon on his journalist commentary. He explained why.
Well, he's been on.
This is bad.
Yeah,
This is very, very bad.
yeah, he said something today. There you go. I don't just come on here and bloviate out the.
All right, so he said on his radio show yesterday that he's not a journalist. So then, being given time to think of it, he said, "You know what? Damn it, I am a journalist."
Yeah.
You know what he is? As irritating as anybody on TV right now.
That's about right.
All right, what's next?
Thompson is as overrated as Mattingly, and if Arise gets just one base hit tonight, he'll end up about as overrated as those two. Arthur Morgan.
I mean, can Rob Thompson really be overrated if no one really thought he was all that great? I like Rob Thompson a lot. He did a great job here.
Mm-hmm.
He did, and he handled himself with class, which I really appreciate. I don't know. Is he overrated, Rob Thompson?
I think he's properly rated.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think. Like, are we going to go back in 10 years? Like, I can't believe the wizard they had at their hands, Rob Thompson. No, probably not. Yeah, nice guy.
No, and by the way, he was fired. They started 9-19 and they fired him. So it's not like the Phillies were like, no, you got to give him the whole season.
Yeah, they were quick to it.
What's next?
Angelo's is very good. The line is so stupid it almost makes it not worth it, though. Yeah. Colby Cobes.
Yeah, I can't hang.
Colby Kolb?
On down in South Street? Where is it at? It says 736 9th Street. Excuse me. I've never been down there.
It's Amari. It's in the Italian market.
Yeah. There's another one, though. Wolf Street. That's the one. Apparently, you can get everything you want on Wolf Street.
There was some movie that was based on Wolf Street, and it was filmed in Pittsburgh.
The Wall of Wolf Street?
No, it's not that one. Wolf Street, Philadelphia movie.
Yeah, I can rock. I can go to Wolf Street. Where's Wolf Street at?
10th and Wolf is a 2006 crime drama movie set in South Philly, but it was filmed in Pittsburgh. I don't know why I knew that, but I did. Dennis Hopper was in it.
Oh, I love
Giovanni Ribisi.
Oh,
starred
he's
in it.
Great actor.
Yep. All right, what's next?
The 3 Super Bowl winners came after 1992. Once upon a time, an 0-2 start was the kiss of death for a season. September games mattered. From Phil Rossifer.
Huh?
Do September football games matter? 610, 632. Yeah.
What is he saying they do or they don't?
That they don't anymore.
Oh. Well, I mean, I mean, did they really matter before? There's one less game. I don't know. Because he's talking about because there's no preseason games?
Yeah, preseason doesn't matter.
I don't know. What's next?
Embiid doesn't need motivation from LeBron John. The guy just happens to not need to rehab this summer for once. From Money Mar.
My ass, Money Mar. He's a guy that didn't make it to practice.
Yeah.
That's the motivation. Being held accountable. Come on, dude. Joel Embiid his professionalism as a star, he got caught up by Tyrese Maxey for being, quote, late to everything. You don't think that he needs motivation? Coming up next, Ricky Bo, Bill Colarulo, right from the start of the show, scheduled. The press conference is scheduled for right at 2 o'clock. We're going to make sure we're out on time. So Jaylen Brown coming up next. The guys, Ricky Bo and the Phillies. Should be a good show. We'll talk to you later.